Alright guys, welcome to session number
10.
Yeah, I guess session number 10. Let's see, recap of the last few sessions. You guys went through all those shenanigans at the prison, were branded by some unknown mark, as Reivhyn calls it affectionately, the polyworld symbol somewhere on your person. You don't know what that's about. You got paid for that. The prison was more or less destroyed. You were eager to leave the town. You ended up in the town of Nutster, spelled with a K, where you ran into Bombus after Sir Everett was slain, and then you ended up taking on an impromptu goblin slaying quest. Notably, you rescued a hostage, a woman who seems pretty traumatized from the events. You also met an orc who was actually related to, well, not related to, associated with the orc you were escorting to prison. His whereabouts are unknown, actually. The orc that you did meet had a magical sword, possibly cursed, which you now have in your possession. Some of you have been saying the sword has been talking to you. I don't know what that's about. You guys are crazy. That certainly hasn't happened.
No, the DM doesn't know.
What?
I'm
Listen,
sarcasm.
Lex, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, man. Anyway, that insanity aside, now you guys have completed the quest and are, last I remember, trying to head to the capital city of Sidhurst. You went to sleep in the local tavern in town, and a few notable things happened. Probably most notably, just as Darvin was going up to his room, he thought he saw a cloaked figure and shook his head, looked again. He was gone. This cloaked figure was looking right at him. Or much more like he felt he was looking right at him. He couldn't see his face.
At him in particular, or the group?
At him in particular.
Well, good thing I'm under the bed. I'm safe.
Is that backstory I hear? I smell?
I don't smell it.
Is
Smell
Darvin?
fear.
Does he have the covers over his head while he's under the blanket, or while he's under the bed?
He drew a
No,
picture.
he put pillows under the blanket.
Ooh, because the covers over the head is really what keeps the monsters away.
That's the
No,
true barrier.
It's the ashes of Everick and the shrunken head are keeping me safe.
I'm gonna go grab just a quick refill on coffee. It's already hot. Give me 2 seconds, and then
I'm
we'll
gonna do the same.
continue on.
The image of the blanket over the head is exquisite, though.
But I feel like it's the blanket that provides the true barrier. Nothing gets in or out.
And that is why I sleep on a blanket to this day.
See, I'm brave. I stick my feet out, hang them over the bed. I'll put a single corner of a sheet on me if I'm cold in the summer. Blankets don't do shit.
Guys, last night I made some really good jerk chicken. Chicken was pretty jerked.
Gross.
You jerked all over that chicken.
Did you jerk anything else? I mean,
Just the chicken. I don't know if you can jerk anything else.
you can jerk
You
chicken,
can jerk
fish.
everything.
I mean, there's really no meat you can't jerk.
I hear the smile.
No, it came out really good. I was looking up recipes to use my George Foreman one.
All right.
All right, we're back. So, now we're going to pick up. It is morning on a Friday, whatever the equivalent of a Friday is.
Do
Feedhurst.
No. Anyway, it's Friday morning, probably around 10 a.m. As
Go
everyone
figure.
starts to file downstairs into the communal area of the tavern. The first one down the steps is Bombus. He seems to be an early riser. And he spies Finn up even earlier in the set up at one of the tables in the corner. Seems to be overlooking.
Have I been introduced to Finn?
You have not. And then everyone else is slowly coming downstairs. Looks like Lindal is nowhere to be seen. Everyone else slowly files down. There's you hear the of Deva's paws like scratching on the wooden stairs coming downstairs. She's massive, like just a comparison to like a normal dog. And some of the patrons who hadn't seen her is just like, what the fuck? She's definitely an eye catcher. So dutifully by her side.
Thick.
She is
I would
thick.
say
Do any patrons say, "Oh Lord, she coming"?
Whoa,
What a
one lady
chunk.
in the back. One lady in the back does say that.
You have to say it now.
Oh Lord, he coming.
Sounded
like that.
just like that. Just like that. So alright, so then Kaara comes down.
Actually, hold on a second. Do these rooms have windows?
Yeah, they do. Hold on a second. Let me change
Okay,
my
she keeps it down.
What?
She comes down with a wine hangover.
Oh,
Because last episode I took a whole bottle
Yeah,
of
she
wine
did
with me before I
chug.
went to sleep.
What the fuck save would you need to roll to not be hungover?
I said like a 15. Should be higher.
So you're not hungover.
Sorry, not hung. No, sorry. She's still hungover, but she didn't throw up this
Not
morning.
barfing.
Yeah, she didn't throw up
Oh.
this morning. That's what I
I
have to
see.
say.
It was a
So-
vomit save.
Yes.
Gotcha.
her crop is full.
Yes. So she's slightly groggy, hungover, but still somewhat functional.
Alright. And then after Kaara comes Darvin. Darvin, how do you wake up? How do you come downstairs?
Well, first I hit my head on the bed because I forget I'm under it. I just slowly crawl out, pick up my buddies, and go downstairs.
Your buddies.
Yeah, you notice that Deva's fur is absolutely shiny. It is immaculate. I mean, it is super clean.
I compliment
And
Deva on her lovely
likewise.
fur.
Likewise, Tsou's uniform looks like it was pressed just yesterday. No, just this morning, because it
I
was
say
made just yesterday. I mean,
I
that thing
compliment
is
Deva
also
and say nothing to
immaculate.
So.
Has So's face been sewn up yet, or is it still like hanging off?
No, he's fixed. Yeah, he looks like a brand new boy. You know, if he was into women, they'd be into him.
Did you mark off the materials needed to do that?
Yeah, I brought them yesterday. Remember?
Okay, making sure. Okay, and so then Darvin comes down. He's where you imagine his eyes to be seem to be darting around the room, slightly paranoid fashion. Darvin, make a perception check.
Jesus, you gonna do this to me again?
3.
Can I assist him?
No.
Okay.
Woo!
Hey, that's
Nice
not bad.
job.
All
Oh.
right, Darvin, you actually, actually, Darvin, I don't think this has quite been discussed, or yeah, it has because you drew it. All right, so the little flickering orbits in the black holes that are the eye holes of your mask seem to narrow, getting tiny for a second as you look around the room, look over to the corner where you thought you saw the cloaked figure. Then you look behind you, back up the stairs. You look, you kind of squat down and look underneath the floorboards, or rather the steps of the stairs, because there's gaps in between
I
them.
lift the floor and look under it.
And then as you near the bottom of the stairs, you kind of slip a little bit behind the bar and just kind of lean over, look behind there, and then satisfied that you don't see any cloaked figures, you seem to kind of relax just a little bit.
Are you looking for something?
No. No.
Okay.
You look lovely this morning.
Thank you. Take great pride in my appearance. Gotta make sure you look good. Everything must be in place and in order. Won't do to have a uniform that's dirty. Disgraces the rest of the company.
I've stopped listening.
Deva, while So is talking, is licking the inside of her. What do you call them?
She's
Uh,
not
her front paws. Front paws.
No.
Oh, the
No.
beans.
Like
No.
no, not the bean. Like
The Polyworld sign?
no.
That's where it
imagine-
is.
What? No. Imagine a dog's paws laying flat down, and then on the inside, on like the
Ankle?
The thumb
bean-
area?
The beans.
like okay, you know where your wrist is? She's licking her dog wrist.
Yeah, the ankle.
Okay.
Ankles. God, ooh, that was tough.
I think they actually are wrists if they're the front paws, though.
Beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrist.
And maintain beans.
And if anyone were to look at David, you'd notice that every time So finishes a sentence, one of her ears kind of twitches. Now, and then finally, after everyone's kind of shown their faces, this motley crew of adventurers, Lindal stumbles downstairs. You hear a loud crash. Just God fucking damn it! God! Comes down with his trademark scowl. He's kind of hopping on one leg a little bit, rubbing his foot. Fucking who put a goddamn table in this poor ass town? Fuck. Comes down and then without saying anything to any of you, just kind of plops down next to Finn. All right, guys. So what are we doing?
Kaara's at the bar ordering water.
So Deva puts her paw out and So points at it. Ask Bombus, hey, do you know anything about this symbol? We all seem to have picked up one on our last endeavor together. You seem to be pretty knowledgeable in this kind of stuff.
Okay. Can I roll Arcana to see if I know anything about the symbol?
Yes, you can.
Oof.
You haven't the foggiest.
Okay. Can my background that I just posted, do I have any sort of notion where I might be able to find knowledge about these symbols?
Alright, although you don't have any idea, you feel as though perhaps the Great Library in Sidhurst might have some information on it, and one of the what's it in the fables and stories section.
So I'll pull out a piece of paper and a quill and make a copy of the symbol. And then to So I'll say, well, to be frank, I have no idea what the symbol means, but there's a great library in Sidhurst with tremendous repository of information. So when we get there, I'll do some research, find out what it is.
And to that, So kind of leans back and puts his hand on his or chin on his hand and says, "Man, you're kind of batting 0 for 100 here. Lots of new stuff you're running into with us. Maybe you hang out with us and find out some more."
He fits right in.
Shake my finger at Deva and I say, "Bad dog." It is foolish to insult those who ask for help.
No, it's not a dig at you. I just think that's interesting. I mean, it's a lot of new stuff here. I think that's an opportunity for growth, not an insult. Just taking note of all the new stuff that's happening. Lots of that shit going on.
Bombus eyebrow heavily.
From across the bar, I say, "Good save." Can I ask the barkeep if she saw anyone weird last night? They, who, I don't know.
The barkeep is a
Mustachioed
male.
man.
Oh, that's right. They're all the Nurse Joyce.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have I gotten water?
Do they have a name that they share?
I don't believe I gave you his name, but
Because they all share the same name.
yeah, this guy's name is actually Nurse. His first name
Nice.
is Nurse, last name Joy.
It's a union in this world. They all have to take the same barkeep name.
Why don't you go ask him his name?
I'll do it. Cause I'm
Well, here,
interested.
hold on. We're gonna cut back to Kaara over here. Since it seems like Kaara's trying to do something here. This walks over with a drop. Just you ask for water. Here you go.
Thank you. And do you also have any food?
What are you looking for?
What you got? Anything but poultry.
Ooh, looks like we only have poultry, friend.
Do you have grains?
He stops you mid-sentence. I'm just kidding. I haven't encountered Aarakocra before. Well, I'm not so hard-skinned as to say something like that. Let's see. We do have a nice beef stew.
For the morning? That seems a bit heavy.
Would you like something lighter? I can get you some bird seed.
Ha ha ha.
You- You asked for birdseed
Yes.
last time.
I still have it. I'll take the beef stew.
All right, that'll be. Let's see. How much would you want? A big portion, small portion? What are we talking here?
We'll do small.
All right. Give me 5 silver pieces.
Done.
That's not right. 5 copper pieces. He coughs.
Done.
Done.
All right, he takes the coins. All right, Mildred, beef stew for the bird. Aye.
Why?
You hear from the back room.
If you don't mind me asking, what's your name?
My name. Not often people care to know the barkeep's name. At least not in the morning. It's more of a nighttime thing, you see.
Yeah. It's nice to know people who take care of you.
Name's William, but my friends call me Billy.
Billy.
He like points a finger at you, kind of like a thumbs up kind of thing.
Well, nice to meet you, Billy. Name's Kaara. I'm traveling with these point to these guys behind me with these group.
And at this moment, Billy looks to the right and sees Tsou standing there like a statue. I'm sorry. Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like to place an order. What's special you have in this region as far as food is concerned?
Special.
Special, like
A local staple.
like a local staple.
I see you've been talking to the locals, eh? Well, we do have something that I like to call bootfly pie.
Sounds
What may
delicious.
that entail?
Well, what we do is we take just the finest cream, and then we mix it with yervash, and then...
I need to have that. Stop right there,
Okay.
sir. You don't have to continue. I'll take a large order.
All right, Mildred,
Get back.
get...
Wait, can I get that across the street? I think I heard them say they sell that across the street.
Billy cocks an eyebrow, gets very stern.
You've just
Listen here, I don't know who you've been talking to, but we are the only place that serves bootfly pie in Nutster. That across the street, you know what they have? Shoe fly cake. They're totally different. Totally different. You know what they do? They take cold cream and put it on the shipapi, and then they put...
I have totally lost interest.
and Billy rants on and on about differences between shoe fly cake and boot fly pie. And as this is going on, Kaara's attention seems to have drifted off somewhere else. As Billy finishes his tirade, he says, "All right, for the special, 1 silver piece."
That
You want
seems
it?
mighty expensive.
It's the special. Come on.
it is the special.
All right. I hope it's worth it. Here you go.
It will be, friend. He takes the coin. Mildred, boot fly pie. She goes, ah, yes, yes, yes! And they start cooking and stuff.
I return to my seat.
All right. Now, once you get back to your seat, Kaara, are you still sitting at the bar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kaara's sitting by her lonesome. Now it's around this time that Neela comes down and sits next to Finn, opposite Lindal, and actually now is as good a time as any to move you guys. Because
Oh, it's such
I gave
What the?
Neela and Finn tokens. So now we know what they look like.
Hey.
You guys forgot.
Look at that beautiful girl.
I didn't
Finn got a
forget.
promotion to a token. Boy's dead.
No,
Red shirt.
not
He's a main
Boromir.
character now. He has a
Yeah, he's totally red shirt.
He's totally a Boromir.
This is just a path. It's not really relevant to the story at the moment. I just so you guys can see stuff. Now, yeah. So she sits down, and she turns towards Deva, who, mind you, she actually doesn't know that Tsou and Deva are one and the same. She wasn't with you guys. So she just
Wait.
pats Deva on the head.
Yeah, she was. Because Lindal brought it up last session. When we were
I
at
think
the
that was
table.
to Finn and.
Yeah.
Was she there?
I thought she was there.
She was only there for a moment. She wasn't there when Tsou explained his backstory, which, mind you, was mostly in the cave.
Right, not explain the backstory, but he called him out as a zombie when we got to the bar.
Yeah, you guys didn't provide any background details. She doesn't know.
Yeah,
right now,
okay.
'cause, yeah, she thought you guys were just being fucking weirdos. Yeah. So she pets. Okay. So she
No,
pets
I'm here.
Deva on the head, just kind of like mussing her hair up. He's like, "Oh, little doggy, how are you doing?"
And So says. Deva doesn't take too kindly to strangers touching her.
And she crosses her arms, hips cocked to the side. So strangers, that's a little hurtful.
Strangers meaning anybody other than me.
You seem to have a rather inappropriate relationship with this dog, so
Very selective.
Inappropriate.
Seems a little strange is all. I'm not one to judge, even though I just did. She turns her head to the side. Finn giggles.
You're a lot strappier this morning.
I'm well rested, ready to get on the road. Been away from home for too long. I'm sure the city's just falling apart without me. Huh, Finn? Huh? And after a while, he just goes, yes. And around this time, Mildred, an elderly, not really elderly, more like middle-aged woman with an old person's name, with blonde hair done up in a bun with a few strands of gray dangling to the side, brings out like in a high pie container. It's breaded on top with bits of it looks like dark meat chicken poking through the top, designed to look almost like little insects. And you can smell it. It smells like a little spicy, almost like it has a thick gravy base to it as well. And she plops it down right in front of So and says, "The bootfly pie." Does a little curtsy and walks away.
All right, and I take the pie and I put it on the floor so Deva can eat it.
All right. As you put the pie down on the floor, Billy from behind the counter sees this. By the gods, what are you doing to my bootfly pie?
It's for Deva.
You're feeding bootfly pie to a dog.
That dog
I
has good
take-
taste.
I take very good care of my companion.
She better eat every bit of it.
Oh, you don't have to worry.
I whisper to him, it's a long story.
he goes like to polish a glass. I bet you a lot of adventurers, eh? Turn to Kaara.
Yeah, you would say so. A little dysfunctional, but somewhat works.
Can spot him a mile away. A weird lot.
All right.
Had an old man in here just last night, asking all sorts of questions. It was just strange things, you know?
Did he
Old
happen
man?
to be
What
really
kind of
shady?
Shady? How? All you people are shady to me.
Listen, don't judge me.
You're wearing a skull on your face, mate.
I can't help it.
He
What?
cocks an eyebrow.
Also, another long story. What did this old man look like? And what was he asking?
And was he staring at me?
Oh, what do he look like? Well, obviously, he looked like... He pauses for a moment. He looked like... Well, he had facial... You know...
Something
I
about
forgot. I seem to have slipped my mind. He was wearing some sort of cloak. I don't really remember what he looked like. Actually, wait, was he old?
Bombus.
You know what? It must be my old age. It's just getting to me.
Can I roll
I
an
start
insight check on
clutching
this
at
guy
my vial.
Yes, you can.
to try and see what's going on with him?
Good.
Uh,
He seems to you like he just forgot.
Oh, so I look over at Bombus and say, "Do you think this is some sort of charm? Maybe to make him forget what this person looked like."
Bombus has been in the corner reading. He has not been talking to the.
Not been paying attention.
Well, he's like, you guys like on the other side of the room, so it's not. It's
Oh,
not.
we can't.
strange.
We're not close enough to hear. Oh, okay, never mind.
Not really. That's why the guy screamed when you put the pie on the floor. 'Cause
Oh.
You're across the room.
I'm the only one who's next to him.
If you guys ask Bombus, he might have like a detect magic spell or something.
Wait, could Deva hear that from where she is? The
David's
conversation?
dog, she can definitely hear it.
Oh.
So by extension, so heard it.
Okay, well, I want to tell the group about the creep. And how he made me sleep under the bed.
What creep?
Well, when I was going upstairs last night, I felt some eyes. And I looked back, and I thought I saw a creep, and I blinked, and he was gone. And I slipped under the bed, and I had Everett and the head guard me. 'Cause I was
Is there-
Was it the boogeyman?
It might have been.
Is there any reason to suggest that this wasn't just a figment of your imagination?
No, I'm still scared.
I think we
wouldn't
should
worry about
be.
it, Darvin. It's probably fine.
We'll just keep a lookout just in case.
Can I sleep with one of you tonight?
Normally have to take me out to dinner first.
Please?
Finn chuckles.
Kaara chuckles.
Well, if you want, when we get to Sidhurst, is the city name?
Yes.
Okay. When we get to Sidhurst, if you'd like, I can certainly seek out a scroll for a spell called Tiny Hut. That will
That-
just
That would be lovely.
construct a little shelter for you to sleep under.
I would appreciate that.
Speaking of which, when are we leaving for Sidhurst? I assume our business is done here.
I thought we were leaving today. I'm ready. Does anybody else have business here?
Hey, Billy, do you have a brother?
Do I have a brother?
Saw someone who looks remarkably like you.
I do actually. He went to go live in Sidhurst.
Well, what do you know?
Ah. His
Is
name's
he also a
his name's-
barkeep?
His name's Billiam. His friends call him Will. He's actually my twin. How'd you know that? Is that an adventure thing?
Well, we may have met. Quite the lovely fellow.
Interesting. Well, you know what? If you see Billiam, tell him I didn't forget what he did to her.
I'll pass
no.
the message.
Dark.
Okay. Well,
And then after looking very stern, he says, "Ah, Billiam isn't even a real name, boy."
I'm gullible.
I do have a brother though. No, he doesn't work at Sindetta. No, his name's not Billiam. Why do you want to know about it?
Just making conversation.
Like I
gets
told you,
stern
we're a
again.
weird group.
He gets stern again and says, "Ah! 2 times in a row." He pumps.
I'm
his
walking
fist.
away.
Hey, wait, where you going?
My heart can't take this. I've had a rough morning.
All right. Well,
Bonk my head.
I assume Kara's done with her stew, so she's going to leave the bar and head over to the wagon just
The
to
store?
check up on things.
Bombus also absent-mindedly totters off towards the cart, still reading his little book.
Thinking there's safety in numbers, Darvin follows.
Neela sheathes her sword, which she'd been polishing, behind her back, and follows after you. Finn has similarly equipped his bow and arrow.
Alright.
Off with her.
I return the empty dish to the bartender and tell him that, yes, it seems that it was good. Deva ate all of it.
Nice kebab.
Thank you. And we both bow and walk out.
Raven, make I want you to roll a d4.
Okay.
You're add 1 health point to your maximum. It's a temporary health point. So once you lose it, you don't get it back. But yeah.
Who am I adding it to?
Just add to your temporary hit points. And then
on
yeah.
Deva.
Just
Damn, I
put
could have rolled better than a 1. Shit.
It's not
Well,
like
who
you
knows
know
what
it
the
would have
effects
helped.
are? D4 could have been take off 4 max hit points.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Listen, RNG just giveth and taketh away.
Yeah.
Alright. So you guys as you guys are leaving, Lindal walks next to Deva, and says, so when are you gonna let me ride you?
Hold on a second. Okay. So turns around and says, that's not going to happen now or ever.
Lindal just kind of shrugs and and jogs up ahead. And and as he gets a little ahead of you, he turns around and says, "I wouldn't be so sure."
I feel like he's like Rocket saying, "I'm gonna get that eye."
Yep.
Well, do not be offended when you draw back a nub.
He's
Oh.
never mind.
You're
All
just
right.
threatening all your allies, aren't you?
And at that, Lindal chuckles a little bit and says, "Down, Fido."
Hmm.
And then at that, everybody ends up at the cart. Neil is making sure all the horses are secure, stuff like that. And when she sees Lindal, Tsou, and Deva trot up, everyone else is already on the cart. She's like, "All right, adventurers." She bows slightly, clearly, making fun of you guys. Ready to go?
Uh-huh.
Yup.
Let's hit the road.
All right. Now, I heard you talking in there. There's another town between here and Sidhurst, right?
There is. I thought
I know now.
Argus said that it would take a day to get to Sidhurst. I didn't assume there was
Yeah.
any other towns in between.
Oh, there's definitely another town.
Is
That's
this
not
town
far.
worth stopping in?
Well, it's on the main road. We're gonna have to go through it, unless you want to add more time to our trip.
Is there anything noteworthy about this town?
We went through there on the way here.
I didn't.
Well, actually, you would have, unless you just decide to take a very roundabout way for some reason that you haven't told me.
Bombus is a wanderer.
Okay, all right. So you didn't go through it. And at that, Neil says, "Oh, actually, on our way down to the prison, we didn't really stop in there, but it actually might behoove you to take a look around. It has a good nickname around the locals of this area.
Is it
Call it-
ominous?
They call it the Town of the Beginning."
reason.
You haven't. Okay. So I thought it. See, you are proving to be very not in the know adventures. You know.
I'm not from this area. I'm just passing through.
Same as well.
Likewise.
Oh, wanderers. Interesting. She says, like, kind of rolling her eyes. Very original. Yeah. The town of the beginning got its name, and at that, by the way, she kind of snaps the rein. You guys have started moving, and around this point in time, you guys have fully exited the town. She says, well, the town of the beginning got its nickname because after the Adventurers Guild was established, that town was often under attack by monsters, evil sorcerers, despots, and the like. And it had to shore up its defenses quite a bit. It became a bit of a hub for young, fresh adventurers to outfit themselves with gear and take on a few early quests, as it were. So, hence, Town of the Beginning. It's where a lot of adventurers start.
It's really adventurers of our caliber. There's not much for us there.
At the very least, there might be some more provisions, at least more than towns like the past two have had to offer. Because adventurers traffic through there so often, they tend to keep adventurers' gear in stock. They know their market.
We could restock our store of potions. I think we might be
And
short.
How far from that town to Sithurst?
Oh, about a half day.
Hmm.
Half day from Nutster to the town. By the way, that's the town's big name. Neil says, and the actual name of the town is Malboke.
How does one jump from that to
Sounds
that?
like a good type of wine.
Malboke.
Well, I guess we'll see when we get there if there's anything that we need to pick up before we head to the capital.
Oh, might as well. Like I said, we have to go through there anyway. All right. So, with that, you guys are on the road again. It's been a little while. You're going along a pretty nice pace, unaccosted by anything, just kind of plopping along. It's a dirt road. There's foliage, trees on each side. You left a little bit in the morning, so like about 2 hours go by. Few noteworthy things. Darvin is still darting his eyes around, frequently looking behind him. He seems like really nervous. Like it's kind of a funny sight because because it's just the little flaming blue orbits that are his pupils moving around. Almost like Pong. His eyes look like Pong. Finn seems to notice this and looks over at him. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I only saw a ghost, apparently.
I saw a ghost once. They called him the Whisperer. See, I was out at a brothel. I'm a bit of a ladies' man.
As you do.
I don't know if I've ever told you this. He flips his hair out of his eyes. It's at a brothel, and I saw this older woman. She was a looker. More like a courtesan I'd like to and then Neela jabs him. Hey, come on. Listen, we have a certain amount of quorum to keep here. We are guards.
Guards can swear.
He looks like side-eye at her, like, what was that? And it's like, well, as I was saying, she's a very pretty lady, and you know what? Took her back to me place, and, we did the old rough and tumble. Woke up in the morning, she was gone.
I don't.
My
think
only
that's
explanation,
ghost.
she was a ghost.
Oh dear.
Bombus looks up from his book and pats Finn on the knee and says, "That's got to be the only explanation, buddy."
Deva starts kind of like jittering. If she could laugh, she probably would be.
She's probably chuffing.
Yeah, that's the thing, dogs are just... and then he goes back to fiddling with his arrows. Yep. Yeah, strangest thing too.
That's a
Ghost took me purse. Money's gone.
pretty spooky ghost.
That's why I don't mess with specters. Nope. Not at all.
Uh-huh.
And then Neela, is kind of as mine glances mine, or sees Tsou asleep. That guy can sleep anywhere, can't he?
Sure can.
Long
You
story.
would almost say his soul leaves his body when he sleeps.
His soul leaves his body.
Yeah.
Bombus laughs at the pun.
And then says, "Oh, what an
Sleeps
ability
like
to
the
have."
dead, you could say.
Are you guys having a laugh at me?
No, not at you.
Yes. I mean, no.
Well, at least it won't be a boring trip with you colorful characters. Lindal glances over and says, "What do you mean colorful?"
I mean, have you seen Bombus's outfit?
Nice save.
And Lindal says, yes. But, and Lindal kind of goes to, like, twirling a dagger on his palm, like, open, spin, close, open, spin, close, kind of like that. Anyway, you guys continue on for a little while. And next to, like, you come to a bridge, fording a small river, and let's see here, Kaara, I would like you to make a perception check. Yes.
Well.
All right. And just a little bit off the road, you see a large rock, actually very much like the one pictured here. Again, some rocks jutting out of the ground, and atop one of the rocks is a small red-skinned creature, and its eyes are glowing a purple. Not purple, yellow color. It seems to be looking right at you. What do you guys do?
Can I make a nature check to figure out what it is?
Yes.
Nope.
You don't know. It's weird and small.
Well, I will alert the group that there's something on those rocks ahead of us.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dang, man, our checks are sucking today.
Hey, my perception was good.
And
It takes Bombus a
Arcana
moment.
is.
It takes Bombus a moment, but he actually does know what this is. It's not on his game today. It looks like an imp, like a demon.
I tell the group it is an imp. And my knowledge of imps, are they sometimes friendly or are they always aggressive?
Demons, to your knowledge, just in general, can have myriad motivations. Imps in particular are typically more playful in nature. There's really no telling without talking to it.
I wave at the imp.
I also wave.
I fly into the air and start making my way a little bit towards it.
Okay. The imp sees everyone waving and then kind of beckons you over with a hand, just waving you over, give like a come hither motion.
Bombus walks over to the imp.
I'll perch on top of another rock.
And Neela says, where you going?
I need to talk to this imp.
We'll be back.
All right, don't be too long. Under her breath, adventures. All right. Now, as you guys get close to the imp, it says, "Hello, travelers.
Hi, imp. What's your name?
Bartholomew.
Lovely name.
That's an excellent name.
Yes, names are worth quite a bit among demon kind. I take great pride in mine."
Well, knowing the value of names, you probably shouldn't bandy about quite as carelessly.
Oh, not that sort of value, friend. Besides, you don't look like the type who could make use of it anyway. He kind of clacks his long nails together.
How big is he?
He's about your height.
Oh, he's a big boy. He's a hefty boy.
I mean, well, sure, yeah, he's big. The size of a gnome, he's big. His wings make him look quite a bit larger. He's like your height, but with like Kaara-sized wings. Anyway, he's sitting there. He says, "Would you like to play a game since you've come on over? It'll be a fun game.
I'm busy.
Kind of game.
Yeah, what kind of game?
If you pass my test, you'll get my horns." He points to his head at his twisting demon horns.
And what do you get if you win?
That depends on which game we play.
I look at
He clacks his
Bombus.
nails together again.
I look
Need to
at
know the terms before we agree.
Bombus. Do we really want to engage in this?
Bombus wants to consider the offer completely before he makes a decision.
He glances over at Kaara, having heard everything. Come on, a game with a demon. What could go wrong? Clack, 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 clack. with the
Everything.
nails again.
Uh-huh.
So what kind of game?
That is a good question. How about we play a good game of dice and ignore the switch in accent?
Oh,
Game of dice.
I prefer games of mental aptitude to games of chance.
Oh. He clacks the nails together again. Okay, we have a smart one here, don't we? How about hide and seek? The challenge is you have to find me. You don't find me, you don't get anything. No skin off your back, and I get to go about my day. You do find me, though, you get these horns.
Oh. Because Deva can probably hear from there, So gets up and he says he wants to also participate.
We can't hear you from there. Oh, there he is. There's that boy.
I look at Bombus again. What use does devil horns have anyway? Would you know?
Does Bombus know? Can I roll Arcana?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you
Hot
definitely
damn.
know. Devil horns are a valuable crafting material. Very useful in different types of spells. As
Kaara's ears perk up.
It's
Crafting, you say?
useful for crafting many magical objects. Useful for summoning materials. Devil horns are highly sought after in the magical community.
Can Kaara's ears perk up?
I'm making a joke.
Okay.
Lex is making a joke. Sorry.
I relay that information to the group.
And also, I should mention that because you know, since you rolled so well, the general use of devil horns, you also know that they come in different tiers and qualities from an imp. You figure if you sold them, you can get about 50 gold pieces.
Like I'm gonna sell magic artifacts. Get out of here, DM. We can glue them right to Harry's mask.
Yeah.
It'll be intimidating.
Oh man, it'll be like Binding of Isaac. I just get more and more attachments to my face. I'm gonna look awesome.
All right. Well, Bombus is comfortable with this.
Do you
game
tell
on
that?
him.
Do you tell that to the
Rest of-
group?
What?
What the information that you gleaned?
Oh yeah. Didn't I say that?
I don't remember here. I turn to the imp. Why would you be willing to give us your horns? If seem like they're a valuable item.
Do they grow back?
It's a game of risk and reward. Games aren't fun if you don't lose something. Clack, 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 clack with the nails. Clack, 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 clack.
Well, what you guys want to do, I'll follow.
Well, I'm not interested one way or the other, but I believe I can help find him.
Considering we have 2 expert trackers in our group, I can't imagine finding this imp would be too terrifically difficult. Unless you guys aren't confident in your abilities.
Is that a challenge, little man?
Imp's hopping up and down, clapping. Yes, yes, yes! Come on, let's play! I'm bored. I've been sitting on this rock for 2 days.
Why
Bombus turns his head at that.
Why the hell are you
Why
even
have
sitting
been
here for
sitting
2
on this rock for 2 days?
He thinks for a moment. You know what's weird? I can't remember.
I don't like this.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
like all this
forgetting
memory
happening
loss
around here.
happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
I played with another passerby.
Oh.
I think it was an old.
An old man in a cloak?
Actually, I can't remember. He must have won the game. I probably bet my memories or something.
Darvin's getting frantic again.
You seem to bet some interesting items.
Have you
Oh,
won
he
lately?
puts his hands on his hips with like a, and kind of leans forward. Imagine like the SpongeBob stupid talk meme. And it looks at Kaara is like, a demon with a vice. That's so strange, isn't it?
I've never really met a demon like you before, so yes, it is strange.
He shrugs. Fair enough. Clack, 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 clack with the nails again.
Okay, fine. We're game.
All right, excellent. Sticks out his hand. Put her there. The hand is like grimy, and the nails are long and look like they could probably shred a man. He's just holding out his hand, waiting for a handshake.
I look at the Bombus.
So
Bombus
steps
says
up and shakes his hand.
You agreed to his deal. You can shake his hand if you want.
Oh, so proudly and boldly
God.
strides forth and shakes the demon's hand, and then around Tsou's arm and the demon's arm appears a flame, and it snakes up Tsou's arm and snakes up the demon's arm, and it forms a chain out of fire, and then it kind of sears into both of them, and Tsou sits there unflinching as he now has a chain, a like burn mark around his arm. Didn't seem to hurt when it formed though.
That's pretty metal.
Yeah, no,
And,
I don't want that.
And then as the fires heat up in intensity and then snuff out, demon lets go and says, "All right, on the count of 10, we play." And then demon starts backing up, holding up his hand, holding up all 10 of his fingers, counting. 1, 2, 3. Everyone, close your eyes. I'll know if you're looking.
So closes his eyes.
I promise my eyes are closed.
Before I do that...
They're not actually closed.
Shit.
Bombus keeps his eyes open. You didn't say we had to close our eyes before we shook hands.
Yeah, this is only on so.
The imp's eyes narrow on Bombus. He didn't like that. Very good, very good. What are you trying to find, Kaara?
I would like to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
You could try, although
It's verbal.
you could try.
Can I roll a sleight of hand to see if I can get it off without him nosing?
If that's your intent. Yeah. Well, it's verbal. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of tongue.
16.
All right. What do you say when you cast Hunter's Mark?
I never really thought about it.
Ha!
Mark on my prey. They will not leave my sight.
That's wordy. Okay.
Well, I guess I'm just kind of whispering it under my breath with the sleight of hand.
Got you in my sights.
So as
No what? Screw it. I'm taking that. I like that so much better.
Hey, soldier.
all right. Now as the imp's backing away, Kaara like briefly mutters under her breath, and then visible to no one but Kaara, a little mark appears above the imp's head, like a symbol, like a magical symbol, just, and Kaara's the only one who can see it. Imp doesn't seem to take notice of you mumbling the phrase. And then right about then he says 9, 10, and then
Wait.
blinks out of existence.
Wait. Bombus cast counterspell.
Ooh, very good. Do you have to? I don't recall. Do you have to roll for counterspell?
Only if it's above 3rd level slot.
Oh, okay. I gotta check something. Where's my book? This is a. Oh, okay. Very cool. Okay, you need to make an ability check. Using your spellcasting ability to see if that counterspell succeeds.
Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Okay, so as the imp is getting ready to hit 10, a huge grin appears on his face, and then he like snaps his fingers at the count of 10 and closes his eyes, and then opens them.
Bombus says, "Found you."
Bombus he glances over at Bombus, whose gauntlet is whirring a little bit, like flashing a few lights and colors.
Bombus
He goes-
winks.
He goes,
How do you see it behind the goggles?
he goes, what? He kind of looks like at a loss.
What happened?
So walks forward and says, "Well, that was unchallenging. That's an extremely easy game."
You had help.
And at that, the imp looks upset, like a child throwing a tantrum. You cheated!
You know,
You're a
you never specified any rules about using any abilities to find, or
You were gonna use magic. Why couldn't we use magic?
Glares at Bombus again, just. And it's like he's about to flip over the table in this game of wit. It's just.
well,
I'm not going to forget this. He looks down and
You forgot the
outstretches-
last guy.
Who?
Yeah.
He outstretches his hand towards Tsou,
So does the same.
and you guys clap hands. This time the fire comes out and it's blue, and it kind of licks at the temporary tattoo mark and just whoop, and the chains are gone. And the imp says, "I need to find a new perch," and then snaps his fingers and puff of smoke.
Yo, where's your horns, fucko?
Hold on, and a puff of smoke. Let's see. Interesting. He disappears in a puff of smoke, and on the ground is a small bag of well, you're not really sure what, but it's tied up, and next to it are 2 demon horns.
Pick up the
next to
horns
it.
and the bag.
Hang on.
Why would you
Hang
touch
on.
that bag?
Hang on. Well, I
He already
suppose
picked it up.
he already picked up the bag, but
Step away.
And the horns.
And are you guys expecting me to say like you explode or something?
I mean, he has the bag. I can't do anything to it now.
So do you open the bag?
No, I'm just gonna hold on to it for now. I'll open
Not
it
even
later.
gonna
I put the
inspect
horns in
it?
my pack.
Well, as you start fiddling
Toss it
around with
up
the
in the air.
horns, you hear the bag like jingle jangle a little bit.
Bombus.
All right, I take a
Yes.
look inside.
Inside, you find 10 gold coins.
All right. I distribute the coins amongst the group, and I hold on to the horns.
Oh, you put the horns in the bag of holding.
Now I
Or
put
do
them in my pack.
What are you gonna do with them?
Well, nobody else wanted to.
You didn't
Shake-
offer.
yeah, that's party stuff.
No, nobody else wanted to shake his hands, so I'll hold on to these for now. Perhaps we can make a
Bombus goes
trade.
and gets the sword out of the bag of holding and just hands it to Kaara. Here you go.
Before I pick it up, I'll take my set of
No, I was gonna say I would make a
traveler's
trade.
clothes and I wrap it around the sword.
Alright.
Nope. Kaara's sword now. Sorry, so maybe you should be more party friendly.
Really?
Someone's a greedy brat.
Alright, as Kaara picks up the sword, despite the binding, immediately her head is filled with a voice and
Hello? What?
finally changed your mind, huh? Look who came crawling back.
You know,
Says the
there's some
sword.
weird circumstances. This is not how I planned this working out.
Whatever. Looks like you could use me after all.
We'll have a discussion. Hold that thought.
Nope, no discussion. Kaara, make a make a wisdom saving throw.
Motherfuckers!
Alrighty then. Kaara as okay, hold on, we can go back.
Maybe.
Kaara, as Kaara holds the carefully wraps the sword and takes it from Bombus, her eyes flash red for a moment, and then she immediately unwraps the binding, and sheathes the sword on her belt, and then her eyes flash back to their normal color, and she looks confused. And Kaara, as you glance down, you're surprised to find the sword sheathed at your side.
This is concerning.
Can I make an Arcana roll to determine what sort of hold the sword might have over her?
I yell in my head, what the fuck did you just do to me?
And now, for the first time, everyone in the group can hear the voice. It says, actually, sorry, I gotta check my notes.
Hey Lex, if there was anything spoilery in that conversation, you might want to mute it for the VOD.
No, nobody's gonna.
No,
fucking
no,
watch
no.
that.
No,
yeah,
and
you
plus,
never know.
And plus, it's fine. It's not like that sort of thing. Anyway.
That's not about if any of us went back and watched it.
Oh no. I'm actually thinking of just doing it in the room and just trusting you guys because it's more fun that way. It's not like it's just kind of like your character doesn't know that. I just figured it'd be easier for you guys if you didn't have to contend with what your characters don't know and aren't supposed to know and stuff.
Well, we got the technology, might as well use it.
Now, for the first time, a voice booms in everyone's head. I say boom, but it's conversational volume. It's just that it's not coming from yourself, so it's kind of unnerving, and it seems to be emanating from Kaara's direction. And it says, "You can call me Gladius, and I am very pleased to make your acquaintance. Kaara, please shake their hands for me."
No.
He's asking. It's not. You don't have to
Bombus?
say anything.
Bombus reached out a hand.
I will shake it back. Is this of my own volition?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
is he controlling me?
Nope,
Okay.
He asked you. You're doing it. So Kaara kind of awkwardly takes Bombus' hand and shakes it, and he goes, "Ah, I can feel that." Ha ha. Gladius says.
Gross.
Wait,
Ah.
you can feel what I feel?
Yeah. We're partners now, you and me.
Bombus is
Oh.
fucking fascinated. He's taking notes.
Okay.
And the voice seems to hone in on Deva. Snooze, you lose.
May I ask what that's supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Don't pay any mind. I just, swords gotta be swords.
No,
hey,
no. If we're starting this relationship, I would like it to not be started on lies. Now, please tell me what that was about.
Lies are merely a tool to forge one's path to greatness, and that's what me and you have. We're gonna be great, kid. Listen. I'm going to make you the best.
I'll make you a star, kid.
What do you want to be? Kaara, make a wisdom save. mental shield's too strong. I just wanted to know what your goals are. No need to be so defensive.
I will tell you that on my own, but no more prying, please.
That's rude.
Yes, very rude.
You're not sure why, Kaara, but you get the distinct feeling that the sword is shrugging.
You are a very, very odd one.
I'm
Just
just a
talking
sword. Feel free to use me anytime you want. Hey, you know what? Maybe we can be friends. But listen, all I ask of all of you, you're all, what are you? You're adventurers. You killed my last owner. It's probably what you type are like. Back in my day, we used to call you something different. Adventurers is so rote. Whatever. Anyway, listen. Go out there, get big, be stars. All right. Just go out there, get your names known. He seems to like be switching in and out of like an inner city dialect, like and shortening his words. Like it's going from colloquial to this like guise he's putting on. And he's like, yeah. So listen, I'm staying with the bird. I'm part of the group now. Do you guys have a name?
We're still working on that.
Is there a way that Bombus can try to block the sword out of his head?
Yes. Make a wisdom saving throw to.
Darvin has enough.
Actually, rather make an Arcana check to figure out whether or not you can. You're not really sure. There could be, but you don't really know. And you're actually not really sure the rules on cursed items. And best you can find out because your research ability is you might be able to contact a different type of mage, perhaps. And maybe they can give you
cursed items,
more
you say? Cough, cough.
And Gladius, the voice becomes directed at Bombus. In Bombus, you get again the distinct feeling that the sword is wagging its finger at you. That was rude.
I turn to the party and I say, as a rule of thumb, it's generally best to ignore the voices in your head that come after touching magic objects.
And Gladius once again, I'm just trying to, and Lindal for the first time in a while, says, all right, listen, chicken wing, don't touch me. Listen, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Don't touch me. I don't want no curses, hexes, or otherwise magical bewilderments.
Don't worry, midget. I wasn't gonna touch you anyway.
Mother reaches for short sword, and then Neela says,
I reach for my red blade.
Neela, should we be on our way?
As soon as you grip the pommel of the sword, you are compelled to take it out of its sheath, and the blade gleams red. And for the first time, you realize that the blade shifts and changes. Mind you, it was very large before. Both the sheath and the sword.
Oh, I made note of that.
Both the sheath and the sword shrink to fit your grasp.
We've got Sauron's sword in our party.
It goes, and then the glass comes out. All right, make it a duel. Make it a duel. Make everyone watch it.
No.
We're gonna kill him.
No. No.
No. No. No. No.
What?
No.
Then put me back in the sheath. I don't have all day. I got sword stuff to do.
I resheath the sword.
The nerve.
This is a very weird morning.
And with that, the sword goes silent.
Thank goodness.
Actually, before that,
Bombus walks over to the bird and pokes her and says, "How do you feel right now?"
I don't entirely know. It seems like he's just able to do whatever he wants.
Maybe next time we don't pick up magical items out of spite.
Bombus scribbles that down in his little notebook. And he says, "Can you open your mouth for me?"
You want to do an inspection of me?
Yes.
I'll open my mouth. My beak.
Bombus, insight check.
Oh my goodness.
As far as you can tell, feels exactly how she says she does.
I poke her.
Hey,
Now, one more. I need you to make a medicine check.
Oh boy. Me and my 14s.
Wow, yeah, perfect.
Aside from seeming a little confused and anxious, didn't really seem worse for wear.
Okay. Bombus shrugs and says, "Well, you seem fine to me."
well, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Now,
We spent enough time. Let's get on our way.
Darvin, you're the first one to notice. This whole time, Finn has had an arrow knocked and trained on Kaara since she touched the sword.
I don't blame you, buddy.
He's like, are we just gonna let that go?
It seems pretty typical now.
Did you see the eyes, though?
Yeah.
Do I see him knocking an arrow at me?
No, you don't. Hush.
You know,
Okay.
well, you noticed at the same time.
Okay.
He's,
I'll just look at him back and say,
Finn.
I'm.
Oh, buddy, oh, pal.
I put my hands up, saying, I'm okay.
All right. He slowly lowers his arrow, saying that the rest of the party doesn't really seem concerned.
Finn, this is an opportunity to learn some fascinating information about a cursed item. You can't just kill him. Her.
Again, can we not say the C word?
I mean, I think we all know it.
Yes, but it just makes it more real when we keep saying it.
Well, maybe next time don't pick up a cursed item out of spite.
I didn't pick it up out of spite. Bomba handed it to me.
Yeah,
Drop your hands.
true.
Don't
I offered
pick
it
that
out
up.
of spite.
Do not take things shoved into your hands.
I can't win this. Defeated Kaara heads to the car.
Everyone gets back on the cart. A little perturbed by the strange happenings that just occurred. As everyone gets back on the cart, you keep going for a little while, and all of you simultaneously seem to notice that you feel like your coin purse become slightly heavier. And gonna have Darvin. Make a perception check.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. You feel
Almost
the
an
weight
omen.
immediately. You know, because you are so anxious because of what happened to you last night. You're still on like high alert. There's little beads of sweat everywhere. You're like, huh? You reach in your coin purse, and it looks like the coin that you got from from the gold purse has turned into incredibly dense lead, weighing about 15 pounds.
Cool.
And as soon as you touch the coin, you hear a voice echo in your head.
Can I use this?
It's a piece of lead.
I'll keep it.
You're not really sure.
Might be able to throw it at someone.
While the cart is rolling, your boy is casting Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay.
So, I mean, I suppose you get to choose when the 10 minutes elapses, but that's the description.
While this is happening, I say to myself, huh? You win some, you lose some, and chuck my lead over the cart.
But no, you could use that.
Lead's poisonous,
The
dude.
lead lands in the dirt with a hefty thud.
How do we know lead is poisonous?
Everybody knows lead is poisonous.
Really? When was it discovered that lead was poisonous?
Lead, it's general knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, if ingested, like.
Yeah,
Bombus-
I assumed.
Picks
Good
it
thing
up
I
with
didn't
his
put it in my
hand
mouth then.
and drops it in the bag of holding.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Kaara takes her
Why not?
piece and gives it to Bombus. Maybe you can do something with this.
Mind you,
keeping
each of these
this.
things weighs like 15 pounds. So.
Okay, gives it to the bag of
I
holding.
filled that bag of holding in no time.
Well,
I'm keeping this.
We can sell it. Lead has some value.
All right. Now you guys continue on.
So did my Detect Magic finish?
Well, what are you trying to detect, mind you?
I feel the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. If I sense
Oh,
it this
okay.
way. I can see a faint aura around any visible creature or object that bears magic, and I learn its school of magic.
Well, I can read the thing. I just wanted to see if you were angling at something.
Nope.
All right. You see a. You see a faint aura around Kaara now. You're pretty sure that wasn't there before. Like, and it seems to be emanating from the sword itself. And once you glance over at it, you hear in your head, "Why are you so interested in me? I'm just trying to help. I can see you looking at me. Don't pretend like you can't hear me."
Can I hear? Can I hear this?
Yes, you can.
Can I see a school of magic?
Yeah. Let me check.
Or failing that, an affirmative identification of a curse? Oh, I don't remember what bestow curse is. I suppose that's necromancy. Ooh, spooky.
It seems to have. Yeah, it's actually you're able to determine that not only is the sword cursed, how the curse got there, what the specifics of the curse are, you do not know, but it seems to be of the school of necromancy.
Have I gotten enough of a lead that my researcher habit would help me find out where to learn more?
Actually, still no. If you
Okay.
if you want to learn, you realize that if you want to learn more about the actual curse, that would be difficult. But learning about the enchantment placed on the sword and its seemingly blood-based ability, you feel like asking a necromancer or some other high-ranking savory wizard might give you the information that you need.
I mean, Kaara has to attune to it eventually, so she'll just learn that information when she does.
Yeah.
Do that.
I guess over the course of our continued trip, I'll be attuning to it.
You only need an hour.
Yeah.
Good to know. I also I ignore the sword. I'm not responding to it.
And then the sword kind of whispers to Kaara. The sword doesn't have to whisper because only Kaara can hear what it's saying. It's like, listen, kid, this group's holding you back. It'll be great. We're gonna be great. You and me. We can make you a queen, baby doll.
I think I told you earlier that I have
I'm uncomfortable.
plans for you, but I still need to figure out what you actually can do. So once we have that discussion, then we'll figure out what.
Rules are the tool of the meek and afraid. We are the strong. We
Oh
make the
no,
rules.
I think you misunderstood me.
The rules are for you.
I'm making these rules so that eventually you will start drinking from the blood of my enemies. So just hold on and be patient,
Now we're talking.
and
Monka
we'll see where this goes.
All right. So, with that definitely strange interaction, you notice Lindal is sitting as far as possible away from Kaara, and you guys continue on for a little while. Hold on. Where's my notes?
Lindal, you gonna be able to hang out with all these freaks for too much longer before you leave us?
Dude, what the hell are you talking about?
Is this
son?
coming from Tsou? Because, okay, pot and kettle.
No, I said B, including us. I was just gonna say because you were pointing your crossbow at us yesterday, and now you got Kaara to be afraid of.
He is the most normal soul out of all of us. Minus Finn and Neela.
Lindal,
I
who
used
is
to be
leaning
part of that
forward-
group.
Lindal's leaning forward, his arms resting on his knees, kind of like hands in a clasp together position. He looks up. He says, "How about we get to Sidhurst first, and whatever happens after that happens. All right?" And then he goes back to not talking. Neela kind of glances behind her and then keeps looking forward. Now, continuing on. As you guys near Malbok, you see a small cemetery with one large ornate statue of what seems to be a knight with a plumed helmet and a kite shield sword pointing skyward, and then several unmarked graves surrounding that. Then it crests over the horizon. You see Malbok.
Bombus wants to examine that tombstone.
And then Lindal, seeing you get off the cart, Bombus, are you gonna look at every bit of scenery we pass by? Come on, man.
You gotta take in the sights sometimes.
Yeah, I've never been to this area before. I need to learn the local lore.
All right.
I will accompany him.
I will watch.
Finn sighs deeply, just. And he's kind of kicking his feet, like. Oh. And all right, you guys walk over to the large statue, and go ahead and make a perception check. Kaara assisting, so with advantage.
Oh boy. Well, that'll do.
Yep. All right, so you see that the grave. You know what? First, obviously, you notice the enormous statue. It seems like it is very well crafted. They even have little details of the knight's eyes underneath his closed helmet. There seems to be an ornate symbol on the shield, one that you don't really recognize. You assume probably from a noble house of some kind. It's of a rose twisting around a raven, and then you notice now that you're a little bit closer that in the hand that's holding the sword pointing up to the sky is the head of a kobold, and then you look around and start kind of observing the grave. You see that most of them are unmarked, but some of them have various names like Charlie, bronze ranked adventurer, or what's the other name? Murtog, silver ranked adventurer, and so on. And then they all have the dates of their death. Seems to be actually in Adventurer's Graveyard.
Can I make a intelligence check on that glyph?
Yes.
History?
Yeah, history.
And would that count as a magic glyph, or
Nope.
Just okay. History.
Yeah, you don't really know. You don't think you've ever seen it before. You don't recognize it from anything.
All right, let me do a quick detect magic. See anything? Does it trip on anything?
No, not as far as you can tell. You sense like something really faint from one of the graves in the back, but nothing else. The detect magic doesn't really reveal what type of magic it is, but you know there's something in one of the graves.
I walk over to that grave. Can I take a closer look at it?
A closer look at the grave itself, the gravestone.
Yeah.
Okay. You see that the name is worn off of the stone. You can't really make out who it is, but it does say gold. Like you're just barely able to make it out. It says gold rank.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and scoop out some of the dirt and see if I can't get at the magic item.
You're going to dig up the grave.
Yep.
What are you doing, Bombus?
There's a magic item buried down there.
Are you
He's not
certain?
using it anymore.
All right. So you cast Mage Hand, and it starts scooping out dirt. And now Neela comes jogging over. What are you doing?
There's a magic item buried down there. He's not using it anymore.
So you're just going to grave rob him?
I mean,
He's not using it.
he's
The,
dead.
the hand continues scooping out while you're talking to Neela.
I just shrug.
Bombus, I seem to have misjudged you.
Why?
I thought you were more the honorable sort. It's one thing to take the spoils of war, but to just go and brazenly pillage a grave like this.
This man is
One
dead.
dedicated to
What's-
adventurers, no less.
He doesn't need
What's
it
he
anymore.
doing
Well,
with it?
When I die,
desecration
just roll me
seems
right
to
into
be-
a ditch. Who cares?
Now,
Rampant among our group.
You are a living desecration. You don't get to talk.
Yeah, wait, yeah. I point back at Neela and I say, you know we have an actual undead construct on that card. Complaining about picking a magic item out of a grave seems, I don't know, a little off.
Interesting. Give me a second here. All right, now, like, Neela just kind of throws her hands up, and Bombus, as you continue scooping dirt out, just like, no. You're actually reading a book while you do it as the mage hand does its thing. Kaara, perception check. Okay. Kaara, out of the corner of your eye, you see a figure move from behind the statue. Seem to be either hiding behind it or just obscured from vision, and then step out, like towering over Bombus. You saw it. You saw it. It happened. It was very fast.
Wait, hold on. It came out. It was peeking behind the statue and then went back behind it.
No, it moved out. It's standing like in front of you now.
Oh. I'll tap Bombus on the shoulder and point towards the thing.
Bombus, you look up, and then you keep looking up, and then you're still looking up, and then finally you reach the head of a very tall, lean, muscular, well-dressed,
Hot.
well-dressed female elf with what I would describe as a Gwen Stacy from Spider-Verse haircut, which
Half
I know
cut?
you haven't seen that movie, so yeah, I'm gonna post a picture.
Is that just a half cut?
I don't think that. I don't know. Is that what it's called? I don't know, man.
You've seen the movie, Harry.
I don't know
They
what
don't
it's called.
say the name of the haircut.
Well, no, but like it's like
Ah, yes,
a half
the
shave.
spider fingers got caught in my haircut.
Well, more or less that, but
Quality. There you go. For anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about. And she's kind of making that expression, actually. And what you notice about her is that she has 2 nunchaku on her person. One at her waist and one on her back, with a ruby inlaid in the pommels. And she is wearing just a ratty suit, like it's an old style suit, medieval, with a tie, like it's a men's suit. It looks like it's like she's been wearing it every day, probably washing it like every couple days, that kind of thing. And she kneels down in front of Bombus so that they're at eye level, and says, "What do you do, little Nell?"
There's a magical item in this grave. I'm digging it out.
Oh, magic item in the grave. I see. And you're digging it out. Why?
so I can find out what it is. I can't just see a magic item and not find out what it is. That's lunacy.
I keep my hand on Bombus' shoulder and ask, "Who are you?"
Hold on.
I'm watching from the cart. My head is on my hands. Just watching.
Bombus, you take 1 point of damage as she slaps you across the face with the palm of her hand.
Wait, okay, Paul.
Oh, excuse me. She has to roll initiative for that shit.
No, she doesn't. Sorry, buddy. You got slapped.
Bombus is a little cheesed. What'd you do that for? This is unwarranted aggression. This is unwanted aggression. This shall not stand.
Christian number one.
This shall not stand.
What does she have to say for
What
herself?
was that for?
Sin.
Also the crunching.
Yeah.
From the back.
Slapping me?
Sorry, my bad. From the back, so says, "'Cause you're digging up a grave."
Bombus
I just-
turns around,
I'm just gonna give
And
so a pointed look.
does not have words to say to the actual zombie criticizing grave robbing.
The sin.
Sin's dead. Let's just chat among ourselves. So. Where did you get off criticizing grave desecration?
Yes, the walking hypocrite.
Should I
have
say
my reasons.
Deva?
Of course you have your reasons.
I have my reasons. There's not a day goes by where I don't have to struggle with this decision I've
Hey
made.
guys, my internet just completely crashed all of a sudden. That's really weird. I don't know what that's about. Make sure I didn't unplug anything. I'm talking to you from my phone.
Oh yeah, we can tell.
hear.
Yeah.
Is it?
Make
I
sure
mean, is
didn't-
it rebooting or is it just dead?
Because you didn't leave the
I
room.
think I might have. Well, it does that. I think I accidentally unplugged my router. Actually.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, we're just ribbing. So
Yeah. So just what was the last thing you heard me say?
You
Bombus
slapped me,
got slapped.
and then I made an enormous Big Lebowski reference about unwarranted aggression and how it shall not.
I didn't hear that. Sorry. So I'm gonna just say that again when I'm back up and running. Just
All right.
yeah,
I'm gonna
give
grab
me a couple.
just remember that you're cheesed.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
hard cheesing.
All right.
If we beat her ass, you better say like, you see what happens? You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
What?
Lebowski.
I don't think I've seen that movie.
It's something. Dang, can't even talk to Finn.
So, how's your day, Finn?
Oh,
Oh, nothing. Crazy. Watching Burr get taken over. A demon trying playing games with our adventurers. And now this, fucking homeless lady slapping a gnome.
Darvin has enough voices. He doesn't need a sword.
Sounds like I dodged a bullet on that one.
Did you? Because you were really aiming for that.
Yeah,
bullet.
I know, right? You were really trying to get in the way of that one. Yeah, now I'm actually really curious about the stats on this thing.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't be curious about a cursed item.
I too went to go get coffee.
Yes, coffee. Haha.
Yes.
My man.
Slow down.
I will now post while he's doing that, a written description you guys can copy paste of the character. Who you were talking to.
Alright, I'm back. Are we waiting on someone else?
Nope. I just posted a description of what the character looks like.
Okay.
All right. Oh, and I forgot the important part. Okay. All right. So before I killed my internet, oh,
You back?
you good, Reivhyn?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So before I disconnected my internet, she had just slapped Bombus, and I assume I would have said this before Bombus replied. So she was saying, as she kneeled down, "That's not a very good reason, little gnome. Haven't you ever been to Malbok? We honor our dead here."
You're an elf. You don't even have the same belief system as these humans. You lived for 700 years. These are not my
Good.
I was about to say we don't even share the same customs. This pile of bones is not using this sword. I'm not gonna let simple sentimentality prevent me from discovering what's going on here.
The flesh and the spirit are not the same.
And go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Can I assist?
You didn't say anything, so no.
I just said.
Oh, you did. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, you're assisting. Oh, he's gonna need it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll again, Bombus.
Damn, buddy. I should have done it.
She pauses for a moment, and then, well, it's a good thing we don't have the same belief system, because I live among these people here, and we are like a family. It doesn't matter where we came from or what our race is, but we take care of our own. And what you are doing right now, my little friend, as she starts to stand up and begin towering over you, is
She's
shitting on my friends. Now, if you would be so kind as to put that dirt back where you found it, we won't have any issues.
Again, who are you?
I promise I'll put it back when I'm done digging it up.
You shouldn't have said that.
I step in between.
Kaara, your keen bird eyes noticed that she was just about to reach for her nunchaku, the one at her waist.
Can I like stop her hand before she pulls it out?
And you do. And you reach out the end of the moment, and then that's when you say, and who are you?
And why is this grave so important to you?
Her eyes flare for a moment. And you know, it's a weird thing, but as you grabbed her hand, you got like a little bit of
contagious curse.
You got a little bit of a zap, just like a static shock. You wince a little bit. You didn't take any damage. And she looks at you, says, "I am Anaphia Tillerasis," which I'm gonna put.
Okay. Hello, Anaphia. My name is Kaara. This is Bombus. We can probably discuss this without any type of confrontation.
Are you gonna introduce us?
You guys aren't here.
You guys are still at the car.
I can't wait. What?
Darvin's there because he mentioned something before.
Oh yeah, I didn't know.
Anyway, Bombus is befuddled. Doesn't understand the objection at all.
And and talking to Kaara, you seem reasonable. Can you tell your little friend to get his grubby fucking fingers, magical or no, out of that grave?
Hey,
His hands look pretty clean to me.
You can talk right to me. I'm here. I'm short, but I'm present. Okay, listen. Magical items left in graveyards unattended, bad news. I gotta find out what this is.
She
If
flips
anything,
the hair
he's
from
the best person that could have robbed a grave.
she flips the hair from the unshaven side of her face, and then points to the sigil on the shield. You asked who I am? That's my grandfather. These were his party members. You're robbing his grave.
I'm not even gonna. I will leave the item if that makes you feel better, but I gotta dig it up and find out what it is. I gotta.
Hold on.
Can you just tell us?
Yes, can you tell us what is in this grave? It seems it's unmarked or very hard to read. Maybe if you can give us that information, that will satisfy our
Bombus
curiosity.
cocks his head to the side and says, "Wait a minute. If this is your, why is this grave so poorly maintained?
Yeah.
There's no name on it. I don't believe you.
Hmm.
You just want this item before we get it."
Insight check?
Can I assist him on that?
No, you didn't.
Wait,
say
no. I'm not even proficient, so I can't.
She does not appear to be lying.
Okay.
And at the accusations, she seems even angrier than she was before.
You're making the situation worse.
Well,
The anger flares and kind of shows through in her voice for a moment. Well, my astute little punching bag, she cracks her knuckles. You just said we elves live a long time. There's only but so much I can do, not having a lot of money. Things age, things die, things wither. And if it will keep you from rooting your fingers around here before I have to call the town guard, and you get a taste of these at my hip and my back,
These hands.
I will tell you what is in that grave.
I think that's fair.
Yep.
Bombus, can we stop digging up the grave and listen to the nice lady?
Alright, I guess the mage hand stops excavating.
The mage hand, which at this point has made a nice little
It's now drumming little skeletal fingers on the side, like
little mixing bowl size hole. It just kind of stops and lets the dirt in its hand fall back down. And Anaphia, who is like, she glances over, it seems to cool down just a little bit. And she's like, that was Sir Wristmount's grave.
What a name.
One of the best of us. Let's see, what would he have in there? Most of his possessions were donated to his family. I believe it's likely a ring of constitution. You see, he was a warrior of the group. He was very sturdy. He liked to be as emboldened as he could before battle, so he used various enchanted items to increase his health. Does that satisfy you?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Good. And then her disposition changes completely, and she kind of slumps a little bit, looking really tired. Just
Oh.
all right. So we got off on the wrong foot.
You slapped me.
No, that was deserved. And she turns back to Kaara. What are you doing here?
Mage hand flips her off.
She ignores it.
Me and our... Sorry. Darvin.
No, that was it.
Oh,
I'm just quiet.
our party
and,
was...
I guess I'm sorry to interrupt, but to make it clear for the video, since I put it in the channel, I will once again describe what she looks like. So she's lean, muscular. She's well dressed, but the suit looks old, a little tattered. It's a tan suit with a white shirt underneath and a gray tie. And the tie is kind of short, like it's a woman's tie, but it's like a man's suit. That makes any sense? Like it doesn't really fit her curves. And her hair is brown, silky, and shaved like Gwen Stacy's from Spider-Verse with the half shave. And it's kind of like at chin length. And her face is freckled, like little sunspots. Probably because it looks like she's been tending this grave for a long time, and she has like large dark bags under her eyes.
Well, our party was just traveling from Nuster to here. we're on our way to Sidhurst. So we were just passing through, and this graveyard caught our attention.
Do you just go rooting around in every grave that you pass? She glances at Bombus.
He
Only
insisted.
when they have magical items inside.
She
I smile widely.
goes like, turns her head to the side, just sucks her teeth. Right. Definitely adventures. Much
Mhm.
better in my time. She starts rubbing her temples.
So I guess it's right to assume that you live in what's the name of the town? Malbok?
Malbok. I do. And she produces from nowhere an ornate cup and begins to sip coffee.
Incredible.
Huh. Just like that.
Just like that.
She also choke.
No, that was me.
So, since you're a local, maybe you could assist us as we pass through. It would be helpful to keep us out of trouble.
To be perfectly honest, I'm not very inclined to help you at all. Why would I do that? You're terribly rude.
I don't know. We weren't the ones that got slapped. Actually, we were.
She looks over at Darvin, and then she kind of, she like swiftly walks over. You're like at this happens. You're like, whoa, lady, you are fast. And it's kind of she was,
Hi.
what are you?
It's a long story.
Alive?
Don't tell her anything, Darvin. She'll slap you.
You're
Huh.
tall.
You're an elf, or half
Yeah.
elf, half blood,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
She starts poking and prodding at you.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. Now I'm the one being rude.
Now?
She glances back at you. Deserved.
Agreed.
so shouts from the car.
Well, if you'd be so kind, maybe you can give us directions or accompany us to the town. That way we keep out of the graves.
I don't want. Yeah. She can
I
accompany
mean,
you guys.
she shrugs. I don't. It's you can see the town. It's right there. She just follow the road. And kind of hard to get lost.
Just asking for company, that's all.
You've never been with us then.
I think I'll be fine. Have a nice day.
Okay.
And she walks back over and starts putting the dirt back in its place.
I
I'm gonna
lean
make
down
a
the
mage
bomb.
hand to help scoop some of that dirt back in.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I lean down the
Pat,
bomb
pat,
and say maybe you should help out.
Nope. She slapped me. Fuck her.
My little mage hand pats the dirt down, and then waves by, and then I walk away.
Nice.
I guess we just head back to the cart.
Alright. So you guys continue onwards.
Neela,
So Lindal, you gonna point your gun at Bombus now?
the hell's a gun?
Your what, crossbow?
Oh, if
Crossbow.
anybody else in the party would be totally fine with me pilfering a grave for a magic item, it would be Lindal.
I really want that ring.
So okay, sorry, I gotta resolve this. What was the first question? You guys someone's talking to Lindal?
Oh yeah, I just asked him if he was gonna point his crossbow at Bombus now.
He kind of shrugs.
What?
Kind of armed like akimbo style on the cart. Hey, man has priorities. He wasn't using it.
That is
I
Just
Lindal.
nods emphatically.
That is something Lindal would say.
You think we'll be able to go back there when she's not there?
If you want
Lindal-
to try.
Lindal raises an eyebrow at Darvin. Oh, unexpected. Or maybe not so unexpected from the guy who's carrying around people parts. He looks down and then up at you.
Just because you don't have friends doesn't mean I don't have to.
He goes, oof, cut me deep.
Maybe Lindal can sneak there at night. We'll have to see. Well, we're not gonna be here that long. Never mind.
Yeah. Let's continue onwards.
All right. You guys continue. Neela, the reins. Yep. Cart goes on, and then she turns to Bombus as the cart slowly. Since you're approaching your destination, the horses are getting a little tired. It slowly totters towards town. She turns to you, Bombus, and says, "You're gonna fit in great with these guys." And then
Elaborate.
Oh, it says Darvin. Okay. I just mean, kind of a motley crew you have there. This one's rooting through graves. You're carrying around dead people parts. That one sword is talking to everyone. And you guys keep calling him a zombie. Just a really inappropriate relationship with that dog. Listen, I don't judge, but whatever's going on there,
You're judging.
maybe keep it behind closed doors, okay?
What have I done that is so inappropriate with my companion?
I noticed you didn't judge Lindal.
She blushes for a moment. What? What? He's angry, and just completely ungentlemanlike. Some sort of rogue character.
I don't know. He seems the most normal of all of us.
I look at Darvin. I take offense.
If I were to describe,
You're holding a cursed item.
if I was to describe Lindal, at best I would say chaotic neutral. And she turns around in a tizzy. Alright. Now, at that exchange, you guys are finally in the town of Malbok. Now, Malbok is a medium-sized town, I would say. Like, has a population of roughly 4,000. It's pretty sprawling. As immediately as you enter the town, actually no, you wouldn't see them from this side. Well, as you enter the town, you see a tavern named the Leaning Brook Inn.
How does a brook lean?
Gonna have him typing all this for you guys. And you see this is probably actually the busiest town you guys have been in thus far on your adventure. There are plenty of people milling about, some of them in armor. You see a man walk by in a like a stereotypical wizard hat. It's pointy, carrying like a bunch of books. He's wearing glasses, just kind of shuffling through the street, trying to hurriedly get from location to location. You see a group of 3 women in like plated skirts with
Bombus
weapons.
excitedly scurries off after the wizard. Just abandons the party.
Okay, Bombus.
Bombus?
He's gone.
Put a hunter's mark on him.
I cast a message cantrip and I say to Kaara, that man has some sort of information. I'm gonna ask him what it is.
Put a hunter's mark on him. Track him.
God damn it! I fall after
Too late.
Bombus.
He's gone. Oh, you're following. Okay. All right.
No
And
one.
just
We
like
can't
that-
just leave people solo.
Just like that, Kaara and Bombus gone. Now the streets are cobbled. It's a very well maintained small town. Some of the buildings are tall. Most of them are short. There are a couple noble manors near one on the outskirts of town, one in the center of town, another near the entrance. As well as as you kind of near the center of the town, a large fountain, very ornate, has silver. It's very well maintained. In fact, you see a small boy like tending the fountain at the moment, like kind of cleaning it, scrubbing the bottom and stuff like that. And then you see a town crier, a human man, approximately age 25 or so, kind of like the beginnings of a beard, wearing like a newsboy cap and otherwise commoner's clothes. And he says, "Eyes of the Midnight Sun activity, real or fake? Eyes of the Midnight Sun, come get the Malbok crier. Eyes of the Midnight Sun." And then as you keep walking by, he repeats that a few times, then moves on to the next item. It goes, Gnolls stealing your children at night. Gnolls going to attack Malboke. Haven't seen an uprising like this in a long time. By the Malboke Crier. Malboke Crier. And he goes on. He continue on. And then the last thing he loops through is trouble in the kingdom. Royal family in disarray. Town on lockdown. Town on lockdown. Adventurers guild in a tizzy. Come by the Malboke Crier.
Sounds about right.
And he just continues on. Now, as you guys just continuing on, and you kind of stop near the center of the town, or rather, Neela stops. And mind you, these are pretty big streets. Like it is a city in its own right, but small, right? So there are a couple other carts and stuff walking around. You even spot a few creatures that you've never seen before, and they appear to be humanoid, but with cat-like features. They seem to be rare in this part of the world. You're not
has wares.
Any
You're not really
foxes?
Coin.
You're not really sure what they are. And you guys.
Are we
Yeah,
gonna meet Maik the liar?
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
Yeah.
And Neela stops. All right. Yes, we're not continuing through here. That's fine. I need to feed the horses anyway. You guys do your adventurer thing. Go root through people's houses, dig up graves, smash pots, look for, I don't know, little bits of coin, whatever. Just meet you back here in a couple hours, yeah?
I'm glad you're starting to finally accept us for who we are.
I have started to accept a lot of things that I otherwise cannot change.
It's okay. Life moves fast.
All right. Deva stays with the cart. So goes to look for a store. Yeah, I'm out and about. I'm just buying some potions. So let me know how much it's gonna be per potion.
I'm just gonna follow the group that I'm with.
It would have to be so, because I won't.
There's just so, yeah, there's 4 of us.
Oh, well, Lindal is.
Yeah.
Or Lindal, I guess.
Is
Lindal's gonna
probably
follow,
is
so.
not staying with the cart.
No, well, Deva's
gonna
with the
follow.
cart.
She's boarding the horses.
Wait a minute. So you have a range.
What's the range?
We talked about.
Did we?
Yeah, not super far.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, like 50 feet? You know,
No, like.
Not that small.
Well, town,
Yeah.
a store is probably.
You
further
can't
than
go
that.
across town.
Yeah. But we'll come with an exact number later. I forget what we said.
all right, fine. There are 2 of them.
The dog
Head out
goes with
together.
you. All right. And you know what? And Lindal actually does stay with the cart because.
What's the radius of a basic necromancy spell?
Like 120 feet.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
so. What am I trying to say? So yeah, that seems like Lindal's character. Yeah. Says, all right, I'll stay with the cart, protect all our shit. And
You do
just
that,
gotta stay with
buddy.
the cart. And all right, so first off, Bombus in hot pursuit of this this wizard wearing purple robes, a wizard's hat, and a monocle. Seems to be a middle age. Just kind of hurriedly running through the streets carrying a bunch of books. And in hot pursuit is Kaara, who is actually taken to the skies to try and find Bombus, who rounded the corner.
Bombus
with,
is puttering along with his little orange pumping, not moving super quickly because he's got stubby little legs.
He's power walking.
He's power walking.
And as you keep following, you go to a quieter district of the town, and the wizard runs inside of a brick building with a small sign above the door, written in Elvish. Can you read Elvish?
I can cast detect comprehend languages as a ritual.
How long is the ritual?
I mean, it takes 10 minutes, but no,
Okay.
I'm
So,
not
alright.
gonna do that. I'm just gonna go in.
Okay. All right. So he runs in, just whoosh, and with that, Bombus runs in after him, and then he.
Well,
and then
I
he's
let
like,
him. I let him get settled, and then I give him a minute, and then I walk in.
Okay. All right. He runs in, and then he
Doesn't want to seem too desperate.
And then a minute later, Bombus unannounced walks in, striding boldly forth through the door, in much the manner you expect someone much larger would. But then the gentleman in the wizard's hat looks down and sees a gnome, tiny gnome, there, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy right now. Can I help you?"
Yes, I see you're a fellow wizard. Is that true?
I am a wizard. A quite refined one. He snaps his cloak, like popping his collar, puffs out his chest.
I could tell.
That's the monocle.
I could practically sniff the arcane energy on you.
Well, he pushes up to the monocle. Well, I see. Flattery. So, what is it that you need, my very astute and knowledgeable wizard?
Well, we were just passing through this town, and I couldn't help but notice such a powerful wizard, and I simply had to come make your acquaintance.
Well, you've definitely come to the right place. Welcome to, give me a second.
I like to imagine that was the wizard. He straight up can't remember where he is.
A lot of memory loss going on. Weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that either.
Trying to find a word that okay. Welcome to the Arcane Bookend.
Oh my
Knowledge
goodness.
is what we deal in.
Bombus looks like he's about to faint. He is overjoyed.
Ah, yes, I know, it is quite immense, isn't it? He looks around proudly. My master bequeathed this store to me before he passed so long ago. And now it has fallen to me. And I collect knowledge. And I actually just obtained some valuable new texts, which I am eager to read through before I catalog them. I don't know if I'll be able to sell these.
Bombus's eyes begin shining.
Anime style.
Knowledge, you say? Might I have a gander?
Oh, no, as astute as you are, my friend, I'm not sure if you could comprehend these texts. He insulted you.
Wow.
Is the feeling you got.
Yeah.
His expression sours.
No,
Feel free to look around. They're all organized by schools of magic. We have abjuration, transmutation. There is a small section on necromancy. Don't tell the town god. And then over there's some illusion. Over there's divination. Poppycock school. Evocation. And what am I missing? Oh, conjuration, of course. Conjuration's over there. You seem like more the enchantment type. You'll find that in just the back over there, around the corner, section with the E right above it there. Let me know if you find anything, need any help. I will be here in the back. Don't steal anything. I just have to say it because we've had some trouble recently. You don't look like the sort. Just know that I'm not insulting you. Besides, I have plenty of senses around here. I'll know. And then he scurries off to the back of the room.
Wait, before he does that, I flip open my notebook and I show him the sketch I made of Tsou's brand. I am traveling with a man who has this brand. You wouldn't happen to know anything about it, would you? Surely someone as well versed in arcane history as you might have more of a notion than one such as I.
Make persuasion check.
Have I entered a store at this point?
And as that happens, Kaara opens the door and the bell rings on the door. Just kind of flustered. She kicks up a little bit of dust. Apparently, she had just landed and flapped her wings to ease the descent before opening the door, so the dirt in the road got kicked up like a helicopter landing.
Caracopter.
He raised an eyebrow.
Yes, Darvin.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my friend. Let me see that. He bends over. Now I should take the time to describe what this guy looks like. So he has his clothes are all purple with black inlays. So Think like a button-up shirt, but like the place where the buttons are black and the rest of it's purple, like a dark purple. He is like middle-aged. He has a bit of a goatee. It's black with flecks of white hair poking through. He's wearing a monocle, as I had already described. He's a little thin. And he has a small scar in the shape of almost like a Nike symbol on his like left cheek.
Fashionable.
And his other than that, his shoes are like very worn, leather bound. Looks like he runs about town quite a bit. And let's see, what else was there? Oh, and in addition to his wizard robes, he's wearing a black cloak over his shoulders, and he has a small wand at his hip, in like the robe tie. Okay, so this man leans forward and actually give me one moment. Oh, God damn it. Nope. Nope. Ah, there it is. Okay. Anyway. And you, right, okay. So he leans forward, and now you notice his eyes. Like before, he wasn't really close enough for you to tell. But his eyes are in unnatural light blue color. Like, I say unnatural because you've never seen eyes like this before, and as they get close, they almost seem to glow just faintly. You're not even sure if it was real or not. Like it might have just been the reflection of the monocle, the light on his eyes, or something like that.
Can I roll Arcana to determine what it might be?
Yes.
Oh.
You are not sure, but what you are sure of is that you have heard tell of people with certain innate magical abilities that manifest in such a way. And while you're not exactly sure what his is, you believe that this man possesses a talent, which is, to your knowledge, and which I'm assuming you're going to tell the group later, is an innate magical trait that someone has at birth, and they can vary from inconsequential to extremely powerful, and they are extremely unique and are typically things that one couldn't enchant an item to do.
So, as he leans over, I say, "My friend, I can't help but notice your eyes. I may not be a magician of your level, but even one such as I can certainly tell that you were born with a particular magical talent."
He says, "My friend, too much flattery will will spoil the situation, don't you think? But you are right. I do possess a talent." He adjusts his monocle again. Shit, what did I name it? Doesn't this take you back to like session 2?
Yeah. Memories.
Let's see. Yes. I call it flicker sight. It allows me to read anything in an incredibly short amount of time.
Okay.
Hence why I've read every book in this collection. He points up and kind of does a little twirl.
Wow, that's astounding.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad you
I am
recognize.
not even flattering you when I say I am truly jealous of your abilities.
Oh, stop. Well, what is your name, my very, very polite friend?
Bombus Clockmort.
And he outstretches a hand. Mr. Clockmort, I am, be be nice if he introduced himself. You may call me John Dukakin.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, John.
And now that you are, and when he shakes your hand, he takes off his hat with his other hand, and revealing his slightly upturned ears, and he is a male half-elf. Let me write the description here. So, he puts his hat back on. I'll write it later.
Yeah.
He puts his hat back on and says, "All right, now this symbol." He leans forward, eyes flicker. That's you know, I've seen it somewhere. Let me think. Where'd you say you saw this?
One of my traveling companions didn't exactly talk about the specifics that led him to getting struck by it. I turned to Kaara. Perhaps you could elaborate.
At this point, I'll walk up and I will. What's my image look like? Sorry.
Yeah, where is your symbol on your body, by the way? I forgot.
That's what I was just looking up. So Kaara wears archer gloves, and on her left forearm, she kind of removes the guard that's on there, and underneath you can see the symbol.
And the older gentleman kind of looks over. Oh, come here. Let me see that. It's a tattoo. Adventurers shakes head. Card you show him.
Yeah, I show him.
Okay, so you outstretch your arm, and he grabs your arm and starts looking at it. Eyes flicker blue for a moment.
Hey, be gentle.
I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers.
Ha 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 ha.
No, you like
Bombus
that one,
laughs
don't you?
unironically.
Oh, this guy gets it.
You two are quite a pair.
He says, "Hi, this is clearly magical in nature. How did you get this?"
Well, as adventurers, we're exploring somewhere, and something glowed, and it struck us. And next thing I knew, I got this symbol.
Very descriptive.
That's severe oversimplification.
Something glowing. It's probably a curse or something, but that symbol does seem very familiar. Hold on. He outstretches a hand, and around the corner, through several bookshelves, comes flying a book into his palm, and it's old, raggedy, leather bound. Has some crazy grooves in it and stuff, and goes whoop, in his hand. All right. Yeah, I've read every book in here, but I don't always remember everything. That's not part of my ability, unfortunately. But I knew where to find it, so let me see. So flipping through the book. Let's see here. Oh. Oh no, that can't be right.
What?
Sounds good.
I shush Kaara.
Let him read.
The only thing I can find about that symbol is a group of cultists from several years back, owing their allegiance to a devourer of some kind. Strange. It's weird. This part here is actually scrawled out. The most I can make out here is that it seemed to be a part of a second symbol. There were two, one going in the opposite direction. You seem to have the opposite one. What did you touch? He backs away slowly.
I did not touch anything. A cultist. You said devourer, correct?
You don't know any warlocks, do you?
I don't know if he was a warlock, but for a couple days ago, we are escorting a prisoner who seemed to be a follower of the Devourer, and some things happened, and yeah, somehow we got branded with these things.
Oh, They're still around. That's not good. That's not good at all. I wouldn't go around showing that to too many people. Granted, I don't think many would know what it is, but still, probably best for your safety. They're probably going to, associate all sorts of wild things about you, and makes assumptions, and assume makes an ass out of you and me.
I put my glove back on.
One more thing. Maybe ask a warlock. That could go either way, but he might have a bit more information on it. I don't want to guess.
Any specific warlock?
That's the best I can tell you. See, this is actually outside of my purview. There aren't many books written on it. You see, I believe, and I'm not certain, but I believe that symbol is eldritch in nature.
Okay, yes.
And I don't. I'm not certain. I've only heard tales. It's just the way, you see, my ability allows me to look at the finer points, and that symbol, although it just may look like squiggles to some, is very ornately crafted, and it seems to have similar markings to other eldritch patrons I've seen. But knowledge about eldritch beings
polywall. We're gonna fight Shogoff.
is hard to come by. Maybe ask a warlock, one who's peered into the eldritch, into the insane, rather. They might have some more information. Other than that, do cover that up, and if you seem to take ill, grow tentacles, anything like that, I suggest you go straight to a temple.
Noted. Well, thank you for the help.
We appreciate your insight. Before I go, you wouldn't happen to be able to offer me any sort of spells to put in my spell book, would you? From one wizard to another. I'd be happy to return the favor in case I happen to know any spells you don't know.
Afraid not. Most I can offer is knowledge, which may lead you to greater fruits in the future. You are free to look around if you'd like to purchase anything. Maybe some of these books have something like that, he says, wiggling his hands. Like in a class motion, like think like a prayer motion. He's like wiggling his hands like thoughtfully.
Okay. Would my research ability indicate that any of the books here might have Liamid's tiny hut in, or some sort of information regarding that?
Your research ability, I mean, you're in a bookstore. That's as much as it'll tell you. So you're free to look.
Okay, well, let me just ask him then what I just asked you.
Okay. Actually, yes. He goes, another book. Where did I catalog? Oh. Yes. Here you want to look for Lehman's spells for housekeeping and construction. Right over there. Organized by author, section L. As you were. He kind of shoos you away. Go on.
Well, I go pull the book, I guess.
You pull the book, start flipping through. You do find the spell you're looking for, and the rest of it seems like stuff that's either useless or you already know. And you bring it back to him. Does that have what you're looking for? His eyes twinkle.
It certainly does.
I knew it would. Would you like to purchase that book?
I would love to purchase this book.
Oh, excellent. That is a first edition. Lehman was a very interesting fellow. Drank like a fish.
Charging
you can
premium.
tell some of his side notes and little posits and ramblings in there. He actually revolutionized the way that we carry grain from farming towns to industrial areas. He invented numerous spells that have actually helped society quite a bit. I know wizards like you would love this sort of information. He rambles on and on. Kaara starts to fall asleep.
Bombus is paying rapt attention.
Anyway, after about 15 minutes go by. Well, so let's see. Being that is a first edition, 100 gold pieces.
Ooh, that's a little out of my price range.
I thought you were someone who valued knowledge. He takes the book out of your hand. Bye.
Harsh. Maybe I'll confer with my party members. It would be a purchase at one of their bequests. Maybe they'll help split some of the bill with me.
Well, sir, just remember, Mr. Clockmort, was it? Knowledge. Knowledge is priceless. And I'm willing to let you have this knowledge for only 100. It could have been much higher. Bye now. Goodbye.
Whispered.
Goodbye. He's looking at you. Goodbye.
Good day, sir.
Hold. I bring
I'm running a
Bombus.
miss. Goodbye.
I bring Bombus to the side. Do you really need that book? Because I can help you with that one.
It would help me allay some of Darvin's fears about sleeping at night. It forms an impenetrable barrier for 8 hours. We would all theoretically be able to sleep without any sort of worry.
I'll split the cost with you.
Okay.
How
Deal.
much money do you actually have, Bombus?
Right now, a small amount.
Yeah, but how much though?
56.
Okay. Just want to check.
We have such an absurd amount of money.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we go purchase the book.
Okay, and as you guys turn around to come back, he's like, "Bye-bye, you're still here. Bye-bye now."
Go ahead, Kaara.
We would like to purchase that book after all. But
Oh, would you?
how about for...
Have you realized the value of knowledge? Oh ho, I knew my feathered friend would. He starts to ramble on and on again.
Oh, sir, you jest. I am really not much of a learner, but I would like to learn.
He immediately loses interest in you. He's already picked up a notebook and started writing something down. He's just like,
Okay. Here's...
Just put the gold down and take the book.
Yeah. I'll put down 50 gold.
Eyes flicker blue for a moment. All right. 50 gold counted that. Okay. I
I
counted
put-
that immediately.
I put down my share.
All right. Yes. Would you like this gift wrapped?
That's okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, Mr. Clockmort, if you ever want to come back, look at any of my other wares, you are welcome to do so. I'm sure I have many things that a learned individual such as yourselves would find quite interesting.
I'll keep that in
And-
mind, John.
And I would love to talk shop with you a bit more. I have this fascinating theory
Walk
about...
out.
Sorry,
Where-
to stop you right there. I have something I would like you to look at, if you would be so kind.
Oh, more weird tattoos. Listen, just don't get drunk at parties. And
No, and I point to the red sword at my hip.
I cast message and say to Kaken, you might not want to touch that sword.
I just want to know
maybe
more
you could go
about
to a
it.
blacksmith?
Well, it seems like this sword has some interesting history, and I
Curse.
would like to know if there's any information on it.
Bombus
Sorry.
loudly coughs and says curse.
He sighs. Let me guess. You touch something, and suddenly you got a cursed sword.
You know what? You're not wrong.
There it is. There it is. It always happens.
I'm a bird. I can't help it.
It was shiny.
Oh, please, my friend. All right. Well, sure. Lay it out. I suppose. I'm not touching it.
I will
Put it on the counter.
slowly pull it out and put it onto the counter.
Immediately, the Gladius. All right, let's do it.
Hold on.
The blade shines red for a moment.
Calm down. Jesus.
And John's eyes flicker blue. What was that? Did I just hear something? What was that?
I told you it's an interesting sword. Please help.
He like pounds the fist in the palm. Is that talking?
Yes.
Get out.
Wait,
Get up,
hold
get
on.
out. Get up, get out.
Uh,
Pick it up and get out. Listen, if there's anything I've learned in my long career of wizardry, knowledge, and librarianism, it is that you don't touch talking swords. Get out.
Right,
is he
weird.
shooing us out because I'm trying to resist?
He's pointing. You're still here. You want me to look at some cursed sword for free? Okay, 500 gold pieces.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, I am running a business here. I just can't keep looking at everything you bring in front of me for free.
Pretend you can't control the sword.
And an ethereal voice that was not present.
Yeah, I'm not present.
Fine. We'll leave. It seems you don't want to know any more information. I thought this was a place. I thought this was a place of learning.
Persuasion roll.
Yes, this is gonna go fantastic.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yep.
Huh. This is not a nat one.
And
It would have been a
he says-
0.
And immediately, without missing a beat, the day someone such as you condescends to Jonathan DeCocken is get out. Bombus, you're welcome back anytime. You out.
I wave goodbye on my way out the door.
And with that, he pushes Kaara, who's holding the sword, out and shuts the door.
Bombus says, incredibly unhelpfully, he's right. You really shouldn't touch talking swords.
I glare at him. Can I make an intimidation roll at -1?
You glare intimidatingly at Bombus. Bombus, what do you do?
Blithely smile.
Alright, now, shifting gears. Lindal, Darvin, and Tsou. Tsou and Deva quickly realize they have no idea where they're going.
So where are we going?
Well, I was actually only looking for a shop. I didn't need the whole thing played out. I just wanted to buy
Deva,
some
make
shit.
a perception roll.
You asking me or the dog?
Deva, make a perception.
Just making sure.
I said David.
Where is perception at up here? Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that's not it. Ew.
Lindal, Deva starts sniffing around, trying to get her bearings, maybe find a whiff of something that might smell like a store, or what a health potion smells like. And at this, Lindal rolls his eyes. I got a few things to take care of. Lindal stayed with the cart. Never mind. Lindal's actually not with you guys. I shouldn't have said that before. So there you go. So yeah, you don't really know. You don't really know how to get there.
Can I ask somebody?
Oh my god. This is how you know he's not playing Valis. Positive interaction with a stranger?
I can hear him say it through his teeth.
Can I ask somebody?
I have to socialize now.
I can't shake down an orphan for information.
You see a few people walking by. Catches your eye is a man in an iron plate mail, an iron breastplate with leather pants, leather van braces, with a short sword at his hip, walking through town.
Alright, I walk up to him. Excuse me, sir. We are looking for a shop where I may buy potions. Do you know where I may find such a place?
Oh, potions. I'm a bit of a novice, but I think you'll want to go to... what's the name of it? No. I gotta organize my notes better. How'd I forget that? I believe dank potions will be where
My
you want to
God.
go.
You couldn't
Somewhere
even finish that
your
sentence.
The spirit of Everett is dabbing.
I can feel it from the bottle. I feel a pulse. of
Alright,
dab energy.
so,
Yeah,
those eyes narrow, and it repeats back. Dank potions. That's the name of the shop. Dank.
No. The dank potion. If you just he like touches you on the shoulder. Yeah, listen. So if you just go right down
Shoulder's
there.
super cold.
He looks at his hand for a moment and then looks at you and then just continues on. Yeah, if you go right down there, you go to the dank potion. It's run by a guy by the name of Wing. Yeah, he'll set you up, no problem.
I wonder if his last name's Ding. I think to myself.
I'm
Alright.
assuming.
Oh,
Sorry.
actually, I'm sorry. I was supposed to change the music forever ago.
Sorry, I'm assuming the party is aware that Bombus is proficient with alchemist supplies, and if you bring raw materials for a potion, he can.
They don't know that.
No, you never said
he's-
that.
Well, it also
you know-
depends.
No, they
Tons
they
of
know I
times.
got the. They know I got the poison off the wall with my alchemist supplies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you're a little
I
weirdo.
mean,
That
I don't-
could've been anything.
Well, also
It
it
would be
depends on
fair.
what kind of potion, because if you're talking healing potions, you need herbalist kit
Yeah,
proficiency.
that's literally the only potion that alchemist supplies doesn't make.
Yeah.
Poisoners makes poison. Herbalism makes healing potions, and alchemist supplies make every other kind of potion.
Yeah.
All right. So
But they don't know that, so it doesn't matter.
yep. Okay. So are you gonna head to the store?
Yeah.
Darvin, do you have anything to add to that interaction?
Nope.
Okay. So you head to the store. Around the corner, and it's a for lack of a better word, dank little store. It's like you smell like
Dank in the modern sense, or dank like a cave?
like a cave. Come on.
Yeah, okay,
You-
because
you
it was
get a-
obvious.
You get a distinct medicinal, like a sickly medicinal smell coming out of it. A little bit of smoke.
It's a vape shop.
Kind of cloudy, and so you
I'm coughing as I'm going in.
so you walk in.
Okay, I approach the shop keep, and I say,
Breathe.
I'm looking to buy potions, healing potions.
As soon as you walk into the store, you immediately hear music, and it's kind of weird because you couldn't hear it at all from the outside. You don't really know much about magic, but you feel like it's magical. And an older man of Ushayan descent is behind the counter. He's like balding, his hairline receding to like almost the complete back of his head. And it's like, why don't you just shave that off, dude? But it's there. And he looks up at you. His eyes narrowing a bit. Oh, welcome. And as you come in, he goes, "Traveler, what can I get for you?"
Oh my god.
God damn it.
I knew it. We
Like
finally reached the
I am
potions.
looking for healing potions. Do you possess any?
It's a weird way of asking.
I know what he's going
Oh, traveler. He looks at you up and down and glances at the dog. My potions are much too powerful for one such as yourself.
You don't have standard healing potions
Potion.
in the town of beginnings?
I can tell when someone's an adventurer or not, and I'm telling you, traveler, not adventurer. My potions are much too powerful for one such as you.
Why do you keep referring to me as a traveler and not an adventurer?
He
You
doesn't know what
seem
he
like a
does.
traveler yourself. You don't seem like you're anywhere near home.
Well, traveler, I can tell when people are places they don't belong. And he glances at Deva.
So
I
rolls
make
intimidation.
I was making a look over. All right. Says, hey, look, trying to talk to you. Leans over, try to get his eye contact. What's going on here?
You can see that he seems practically looking through you as he looks back around. He's like at Dave, and he says, "I am talking to you, traveler."
I don't even know how to respond to this shit.
Intimidation.
Okay, I know, right? That's always what I do. All right, let's see. What do I say? All right. Well, let's talk. What do you want to talk about? You say your potions are too strong for me? Do you have something I can use? You seem to know something about me. Maybe pick up on what's going on here. So let's be frank.
Persuasion roll.
So, how can I be frank? My name is Tsou.
Come on, man.
I'm looking for it.
What have you been looking for it? Oh, okay. The man's eyes perk up a bit as he leans forward, the light seeming to cast a shadow on his face, distorting his features, making them look oblong. I'd recognize that symbol anywhere. You're of the royal family, traveler.
I am.
And he reaches out his hand and like nudges Tsou to the side and looks at Deva and says, "Come here."
All right, so Deva walks forward.
All right, Deva plods forward like a dog, and then sits in front of him. Now, one such as you, I can sell potions to. What would you
So-
like?
I'm trying to look over the counter to see if I can see an instrument.
So, again, So steps forward and he says, so yes, I am required for any interaction between you and my companion here because she cannot talk. Are you aware?
Unfortunate.
This symbol, I've been cursed, and I've been cursed into the shape of a wolf.
Oh,
And
very interesting indeed.
my companion here is my mouthpiece. Or I am the mouthpiece for my companion. Fuck, I'm getting confused.
It gets confusing.
I know, right?
So far from home.
Yeah,
Why have you traveled so far, traveler?
I'm looking for the person who cursed me in the first place.
Mm,
They stole something from our village, and I'm hoping to find a way to break the curse.
very interesting indeed, traveler. Cursed into the shape of a wolf. I'd heard legend of such a tale.
Do you know who may be the ones responsible?
Traveler. He leans forward. Have you heard of the Oni?
Did you
Yes.
practice this, dude? This is great. No, I have not.
Oh.
I've had very few leads on people who've done it, but they have led me to this area, which is why I'm hanging out with this guy here. Point back to Darvin.
Hi.
Kind of fell in with this group in the meantime.
Traveler, one such as I is not knowledgeable about all the ongoings of this town and its seedy underbelly. As you can imagine, though, I do attract certain unsavory figures. The best thing I can tell you, traveler, is keep your wits about you. I'm not going to be the only Ushayan around, and we recognize our people. If you see anyone in a mask with a single horn, I would advise you to be careful. And perhaps take some potions. They may aid you on our travels.
Jesus.
Yes, that's what I originally came here for. So if I can't get a healing potion from you, what are you offering me?
Oh, I do have healing potions.
Alright, so
I like to know who it is I'm talking to, and I should return the favor now that we understand each other. My name is Anselm Wing. He does, he bows slightly.
I return the bow.
Hi.
Both of us.
Alright. It is rare to meet another Ushayan on this continent, and I relish the opportunity.
Now I do have a question for you. How was it you were able to see through my illusion so easily?
It's only a simple matter. The symbol, the way you walk. I'd heard tales of a wolf traveling with an Ushayan man. Slight air of strangeness about him, bumbling to and fro, feeding his animal as if it were a person.
Word
Man.
travels.
Word travels quickly. I just got to this area not too long ago.
Doesn't it?
Darvin's
Well,
neck is
there's
starting
not
to
much
hurt.
I can do about the symbol. It's the seal that seals away my power and keeps me in this form.
Oh my god.
Alright, you only break character, guys. Come on. Anyway. Yes, I see that. Well, I sense that a traveler such as you will find yourself near your goal soon. Stay the path, friend. And he makes an Ushayan salute to you, which you recognize immediately. And since it's you guys are gonna love this. You know the hand sign that they make in Naruto, like when they're doing like a summoning or something, like how can I describe it? It's like so
Dab.
no, open your hand, okay? Bring your pinky down to your palm and your ring finger down to your palm, and put your thumb over both of those fingers, and hold your index finger and middle finger straight up.
So a ninja salute.
He does that. Yes.
Okay, well, I guess I returned that to him. And I again ask about the potions.
Traveler, I can offer you health potions,
This campaign is out of control.
but I still feel as though one such as you cannot handle my most powerful.
Lone picked a bad time to miss.
I am not looking for your most powerful potion. Just a simple healing potion.
Oh, only a simple healing potion. I thought you wanted my most potent potion.
Well, you keep bringing it up. What does your most potent potion do?
Oh, thank you for asking. And and the music continues to strum in the background as he shuffles off to the back and comes back. Takes a glowing vial off a shelf. It seems to pick up in intensity as he walks back.
Darvin is frantically searching for the music.
And Darvin, make a perception roll.
God. Woohoo.
You have
said I
no
can't-
idea, and it makes
Yeah.
you really uncomfortable.
Dang.
And he puts down a glowing blue potion. Traveler, I present to you a potion of frost giant strength. It will aid you on your travels, if you are powerful enough, traveler.
How long does this potion last, and what does frost giant strength do exactly?
Traveler, I knew you were not strong enough for a potion such as this if you don't know what a potion of frost giant strength does.
Oh, how much are you charging for it? I believe, that's probably all you care about, yeah?
400 gold pieces, traveler. Are you expecting a guitar? Because it's not gonna happen.
Fresh out.
For 100 gold
As
pieces.
soon as you start speaking.
For a potion, I'm not quite sure what it does. Or how long it even lasts.
I would assume it
Try
makes you
to
as strong
speak.
as a frost giant.
But how long does that last? I mean, if it's not permanent, I mean, I can get armor that lasts a whole lot longer than that.
Potency
Permanently.
depends.
A permanent plus to your maximum strength would cost way more.
Yeah.
Traveler, I can see that you're interested, but just be warned, this potion may kill you. For one such as you is not powerful enough to use my potions.
Alright, so how much for the frost giant potion and some
400 gold pieces.
Potion.
And if you would
And-
like to know what it does, Traveler, your strength will increase to that of a frost giant
See?
for 1 hour. The potion has no effect on you if your strength is equal to or greater than that of a frost giant, and by the looks of you, you are not equal to a frost giant, Traveler. You are not powerful enough to use this potion.
He just laid down
He
a sick
says,
burn.
completely contradicting what he just said. It's almost like he's just fucking with you in this way, like just saying, like you're not strong enough, like trying to egg you on.
You will.
Like
So I'll just
based
take-
on what you just what he
Can
just
can I
described,
take an insight check?
Yes.
About time.
God.
Yeah, no, he seems to be on the up and up.
You're legitimately concerned. You can't drink this potion.
You're confused because based on what he just described, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to use the potion. But he's insisting that you are not strong enough to use this potion.
You are not worthy.
You're an odd sort. Look, I'll just take the healing potions and be about my way.
Traveler, if you take this potion as well, I'll give you a discount on it of 50 gold pieces.
Nah.
And then, the time when the time comes for you to use this potion, I believe that your strength will be there. Because the strongest step of all is the first.
Just the healing potions, please.
Alright, so the total for
How
this,
many healing potions would you like, Traveler?
I would
How
like to
many?
have 2.
How much are they?
Smoke wafts from the back of the shop. Just kind of all in your face, making him look super mysterious. I have 2 healing potions in my possession right now. They take quite a long time to make, Traveler. And if you purchase these 2 healing potions, along with this potion of frost giant strength, I'll give it to you for the paltry sum of 450 gold pieces.
How about 300?
Persuasion roll?
I will assist.
Yeah, you're proficient? Yeah, you're the party face. That's right.
Such as it is.
I know, right?
Man's wearing a mask. How can it be the face?
Traveler, I've already given you a discount. Perhaps if we establish a better working relationship, come to my shop more often, and perhaps I will offer you better prices. But I am trying to make a living, and that's the best I can do, even for a fellow EHsE.
Then I'll just take the potions. The healing potions.
Traveler, I knew you were not strong enough to use my potions.
I guess it.
But you got us there.
100 gold pieces, Traveler. He says, his lips barely parting at the words.
Alright, yeah, there's your 100. So takes 100 gold pieces out of his pack, puts it on a table.
Very good. Here you are, Traveler. You get 2 vials of healing potion, with like rubber stoppers in the top of them. And he one more time glances at Deva and says, "Traveler, I hope you find what it is you're looking for, and remember what I said: beware the Oni." And then the store fills with smoke, and suddenly you 3 are standing outside of it.
Oh man.
Oh, what the
Buy a couple
hell?
glass bottles.
You have no idea what just happened, and the music has ceased.
Is the store still there? I mean, I'm not.
Store's
Damn it.
still there.
I wanted
Yeah,
some
the-
funny shaped bottles.
All right, so I look over at Darvin with a look like, what the hell was that? Yeah, all people from my nation are not like that, so I keep walking.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not getting a great sample size here.
Oh, jeez. All right. All right. So what do you guys do?
Let's rejoin.
All right. So I'm assuming the rest of the book shopping half of the party.
Yeah, we went back to the cart.
Yep, to the cart.
Okay. Everybody's back at the cart. It's now about sundown. Since you guys took so long
Jesus.
to get to the doors.
Should we just rest here for the day?
Nah, let's push through. It's only
Neil-
4 hours. It's only 4 hours away.
I said half a day.
Well, a day's travel's 8 hours.
Oh, that's not the definition I was working off of.
Oh, let's travel at night. Let's make it happen.
Should we?
Yeah, I call that into question.
I mean, who cares? Now we have.
Neela shrugs, says, the horses are rested. It's whatever you like at this point.
Lindal's
the-
percent-
Lindal
We're
has
fine.
the percent and the goggles that allow him to see at night. We'll be fine.
Actually,
And I got the night eyeballs,
Bombus,
but
have you?
Still.
How much time do you need to get that spell? Since you have the book now.
I just need a short rest, so I can do it on the way as long as we travel for an hour.
I should mention that a few things here. One, Kaara, you are now attuned to the sword, and here is what it is, what it does.
DM it to me.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Also, I'm giving Bombus 50 gold for that spell.
Bombus hasn't told you about his spell yet.
Okay. Well, tell me about it so I can give you the cash.
When we unpause. Are we unpaused? Can I just tell him about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I had a
So
suspicion it was this.
when we hop in the cart, I say to Darvin, "Hey, buddy, I found that spell I mentioned before. It's allows us to kind of conjure an impermeable shell over us while we sleep."
That sounds amazing. And Darvin is incredibly grateful when he spots you whatever you paid for.
Bombus declines the gold. Says, "No, I can't accept your gold. It's just you're my friend, and I'm looking out for you. However, I might accept your charity in the future if I suddenly have a need."
Darvin starts to get ethereal tears in his little eye holes.
The blue orbits of Darvin's eyes are like flickering to like wide and small, and you get Bombus. You get the sense he's crying.
Bombus becomes incredibly uncomfortable.
And Neela turned around. All right, guess we're leaving. Finn was asleep on the cart. And as you guys get ready to leave, you look around and realize Lindal's gone.
Maybe he had no intention of traveling with us any longer.
No, hold on a second, Lex. I don't think you understood. I was
Okay.
saying you don't know.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, let me make an investigation check to see if there's any sign of a struggle.
I'll assist on that.
Okay.
Where's the midget?
No signs of a struggle. He looks like, if anything, like there are too many people milling about for you to find footprints or anything. But
Oh,
Is
thank
the
you.
bag of holding still here?
I was gonna say, can I make a survival check to see if I can pick up on anything?
the bag is not there.
Damn it, Lindal.
Alright, Dave's gonna sniff around, see if she can get a smell, a whiff of them.
Wrong
You rolled
one.
Roll
Stealth.
stealth.
Oh, what?
Sneaky.
Rolled stealth.
Oh, my bad. Here, let's try this.
Nailed it.
It's
Okay.
at advantage.
Nailed it.
Kaara, you don't have anything. So
Damn.
You should have rolled for Deva, yes.
Yeah, that's Dave's roll. At advantage.
Doesn't she have a set? Okay.
Yes, it's separate from hers. For some So's.
Okay. You do get the faint smell of sweat, alcohol, and shame that is associated with Lindal.
God, I feel that.
And it seems to lead into the seedier part of town.
Ah,
It seems our friend may have found a underground contact, maybe? He
here's
went
hoping.
this way.
That's an
Well,
interesting.
he has our bag, so we have to go get that back.
Do Finn or Neela know where he went?
Finn's asleep, and Neil turns around. Wait, he's gone?
Oh God,
Fantastic.
Well, there's nothing in the bag that's of value to me.
the bag is valuable.
Yes.
And
Selfish ass ranger. Come on, guys. Let's go get
We're
Lindal.
going.
You stay here, so.
Alright, well,
and as you guys start
Let's
to
not
leave,
split up again,
I
As
please.
you
just,
guys
I just
start-
said that I'm not leaving, or not traveling with you guys. Deva has to lead the way. She's the one that smelled it.
as
doing our Scooby
you
thing.
guys start to go and search Lindal, there he is, next to you guys.
Oh, hey, what's up?
And Kaara, you're the only one to notice. There's a man in the shadows who just kind of slinks away, hands in pockets, wearing a cap. Lindal says, "You guys were gonna leave without me, weren't you?"
We were
Where
looking.
were you, and who was that?
I just had to get some information. I'm looking
That's
for something.
very vague.
Not here. Yeah, I know it was zombie.
Bombus shrugs. Good enough for me.
Well, are you ready to leave?
Hmm.
Yeah, let's get out of here. There's nothing of value. All right. So, you guys saddle up on the cart and head towards Sidhurst.
I ask Neela, would you like me to drive so you can take a break? You've been at the helm all day.
Thank you. That's very kind of you. Please, doesn't your friend there mention something about goggles? Maybe Lindal should help as well.
I poke
All
Lindal.
right.
Lindal has agreed to do this.
Lindal's kind of like, huh? What? Yeah, I get to try these things out. He puts the goggles on. And it looks like visibly excited. And you guys take off. Now you travel for several hours until finally it's nighttime now. It's like, like 2 in the morning. When you
Jesus.
guys finally get there, and you get as soon as you near the city, the capital city of Sidhurst, you get a whiff of fish. It's a port town, and it smells like one. This city is massive compared to anything you guys have seen before. It sprawls on for miles and miles. Plenty of huge buildings. There are multiple layers to it. It has a large wall surrounding it with an enormous portcullis that opens up for incoming trade ships. Lindal is mostly describing the scenery to you because you guys can't really see it, but you've been here before.
I can see it.
There's street lights, right?
Inside
not
the
in the
town,
city? Yeah.
inside the town there are. So like it's like lit up, you know. It's fair. Like even now at night, you can kind of hear the hustle and bustle of ships coming to and fro. Like people, horses milling about. You hear a whinny in the distance. Until finally, you get to the gate of the city, and Neela leans forward. Something's wrong, and she hops off the cart and walks up. You notice, since you guys were here last time, the city is under heavy guard. There's like, whereas normally like 2 guards at this gate, there are 10. And Neela runs up, and you guys can hear from the car. What's the meaning of this? I'm escorting these adventurers back.
Are we even welcome back here?
Yes.
Why wouldn't we be?
And says, "Ah, Captain Neela, it's good of you to come back. We could certainly use your help." The guy, what seems to be the problem? I haven't heard anything. Are we under attack? No, Mom. Nothing like that. It would seem that we may have a small uprising on our hands, and we've had to lock down the city. We will allow you in, of course. You and oh, is that Finn? Hey, Finn! And in the back is so.
Boy.
And they won't be allowed in. It's simple protocol, really. You don't know this group. I don't think they're going to like that.
All right.
Rules,
Can
Bombus.
we?
I walk up and join them, and I show them my military rank, and ask nicely to be
Military.
allowed in a mission. And my military rank, let me see. I don't know. Let's see if this helps out.
2 year 4. Okay, so make a persuasion roll.
Assist.
You have to say something to assist.
What the fuck?
I don't need your help.
How is saying I'm gonna assist not saying something?
No, I mean like,
That's not how
You
assists
have
work,
to have
dude.
been involved in
okay.
the conversation to assist.
yeah. Otherwise, you're just standing there smiling. Like the fuck.
What? Am I not beautiful enough for you?
Masking.
I know, right?
Okay.
You know, I would argue if it was intimidation, I wouldn't have to say anything.
It was, however, it was not intimidation.
So the guard takes off his helmet to reveal like short cropped curly hair. He's dark skinned, and he like puts his helmet on his chest and like bows slightly and says, "Ah, I see you're a fellow military man. I'll show you the respect that is due, but be that as it may, you are not part of this military, and I cannot allow you admission. So,
Damn, even
if
over
you
22?
if you turn around back that way, Malbok should have lodging for you. It is nighttime though, so I'm afraid it'll be a little bit dangerous, but I cannot let you in."
Good thing we got that
just
spell.
left Malbok. We spent all day on the road getting here. How come you don't have anybody posted out there to give people the heads up before they get here?
All guards have been recalled into Sidhurst to deal with the disturbance. And listen, as I told you, I cannot let you in. As soon as he says that, before he finishes the sentence, big explosion
Oh,
behind the
Jesus.
city walls. Like the darker parts of the town, light up a bit, and you see bits of debris go flying through the air. And the guard turns around, puts his helmet back on. Men, back in town! At your stations! You two, stay here! No one gets in or out! And they run in, open the gate, and close it, and Neil is like, "I should go with them. Finn, let's go! You guys, stay here!" And they've run the town. And with that, we're going to end the session.
Okay, let's go to sleep.
And we are done for today.
Man, I bet Potion Seller gave us no experience.